Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the nest.
Now, this selection can't go in Group B because we already have two fruits in that group. So we'll have to put it in the cereal division. Who watched the World Cup draw? Hopefully everybody. Did the whole world not stop for the World Cup draw?
I heard business.
I mean, they had live. Like the drive-thrus at all the big fast food places were shut down. There was just a sign like watching World Cup, like watching apostrophe.
The city was dark.
They didn't even put the G on. The city went dark. Yeah. That's a good point.
They said
like
to be closed for an hour.
If you were running, if you were running Avon's Furniture, you're like, sorry, World Cup draw, we're watching.
Reid, I wouldn't even open today.
Yeah, you would have had, because you would have needed the full day to recover.
Exactly. Tomorrow's Saturday, big day in retail. Closed. Recovery day.
Well, you would have taken the today off and a recovery day.
100%.
Right.
I mean, you got to recover from that.
Well,
show.
What if you just took the time off and other people worked at Avon's Furniture?
Yeah, I'd probably do that.
Yeah. That was really entertaining. Sort of.
Oh.
I felt a little bad for Wayne Gretzky. He had to stand there all the way to the end.
Yeah.
They didn't involve all of them.
Why didn't they have the weakest go first? You know, he's the oldest guy.
He was
the
oldest guy up there. Yeah, that's a good point.
That was rude. I mean, Tom Brady went first.
Yeah, and then Gretzky. Now I know people are bugging him because I guess he did make one mistake with the country, but he also had the most difficult pronunciations.
Yes,
because he was the only one that had to pull out a strip of paper
with
that had four names on it. Well, it's either going to be Turkey or Papua New Guinea or Antarctica or the state formerly known as Prince. I think that's a country. It's in southeastern Europe. It's the country formerly known as Prince.
Confession.
Yes.
I did not know that it's now called the Islamic Republic of Iran.
I did not know that either. I do now.
But I think it would have been a classic if he said, Iran. Right?
Who drew Iran? Was it Gretzky or Shaq?
No. Wasn't that
one of the other
Judge?
guys? Maybe it was Judge, but they'd clearly been told ahead of time.
Yes,
that's what the IR stands for.
I don't know if Gretz was though. But he did nail some tough ones.
Okay, so he said Macedonia.
Yeah,
big deal.
I love
Macedonia. He made a mistake.
Yes.
How do you spell Macedonia?
Macedonia.
How do you spell Macedonia?
No, that's how I spell Macedonia.
Oh, how do you spell Macedonia?
It's a macadamia.
Well, it's macadamia. See, I don't know my nuts. Wow. I mean, I don't know. I was looking for him.
What? You know what, though? I will say this. For whatever reason, the World Cup draw really brought EST together.
It really did.
I mean,
for some reason,
we couldn't get enough of it. And that boardroom was packed. It's still going.
Well, it's something to watch.
It was something to watch live.
But here's what we know, and I've certainly learned this even more hosting a talk show. People love the anticipation. They love the speculation. Sometimes I think as human beings we spend too much time thinking about the future as opposed to the present. You know, it's like when I say like, don't send me trade proposals because most of them won't happen. So I don't want to talk about them until we're closer to the trade deadline. But what is this draw all about? It's about the possibilities. Oh, what's going to happen? Because it gives you enough information that it's like, well, now I know, but then it's all like, oh, like now what's going to happen and that? But what if this happens? What if this happens? It's all about the what ifs as opposed to the, like, I bet you some people this will be the most excited they are about the World Cup.
Maybe.
About the draw. So anyway, we did that. Oilers last night, 9-4 victory over the Tentacle team. We'll do the Oil Understood a little bit later on. Was it ever in doubt? Even when Seattle got to 3-2, was it in doubt?
When they got it to 3-2, I thought for a second, hey, maybe my overtime bet's still in play.
Oh, yeah, true. But the Oilers didn't finish the first period well. I mean, Leon gave the puck away there.
Bad one. Yep.
Yeah.
That was a bad one.
You got to punt there, don't you?
You do.
I know he's an elite puck handler, but even guys like that, it's like, get it out.
That whole play was really disjointed.
Yeah, true.
In regards to that the turnover that led to the goal. But no, I mean, that was, I think Hyman's goal was the goal that was like, okay.
What a beautiful goal.
Woo! I mean, just screeching in there.
Yeah.
Puts it upstairs. I laughed out loud when, was it McDavid's second goal? Yeah, it was his second goal.
Yeah, the one he put right by the right foot.
Yeah. Because you had suggested, you thought, okay, maybe Beach Lake Decord thought that he was going to snipe it top, corner kind of thing.
Right.
But that's also what we were talking about. I believe it was just yesterday. Where was he anticipating a cross seam pass in some regard?
Right.
He was not anticipating Connor to simply slide it across the ice between his legs.
Yeah.
So that's the power of Connor McDavid.
Well, and that for a player of that caliber in that situation, he kind of has the goalie at his mercy because Decord knows he can put it up over the right shoulder. He knows he can probably still hit the far post from there. He knows there might be a pass. And then what does McDavid do? I'm just basically going to pass it between your legs. And McDavid has scored on other goaltenders that way. And you see, I feel like in the last few years, you've seen an increasing number of goals scored that way. Not just 5-hole, but where the shooter puts it at the heel of the goalie's stick.
Mm-hmm.
Like just inside the skate and at the heel of the stick. Now, if you miss, you look like, well, he shot right at him. But if you make it, you're kind of fooling the goalie because goalies are expecting to move, that they're going to have to move, and then it's like, oh, are you kidding me? He shot it almost right at my stick, and he locked me up that I couldn't move my stick an inch and a half or get my pad down in time. So it's a good shot. Like, I know, well, it looks like a bad goal, you get pulled, but it's also a very clever shot.
Oh, yeah.
That elite offensive players can make.
Well, yes, and let's remember that elite goal scorers score elite goals that make goalies look silly and quite simple, like under the premise of a simple goal. Yeah.
But I thought his first goal was a situation in which he had often been passing the puck. He gets it. He's in a pretty good position to shoot, but he still looks for something better. Or he's going to take it behind the net and try to center it. Like you could almost see it when he grabbed that puck where he was just like, no.
Screw it.
Fire away. Fire away. Put it on net.
And boy, did he.
If it's, here's the thing. So, Hyman, Nugent Hopkins are buzzing around the net. If he shoots and there's a rebound, it's almost the same as getting a pass to them in front of the net. So you might as well just take the shot and try to have the goalie beat you one-on-one. And Decord was not able to do that. So, good for them to beat Seattle. The Kraken clearly also not playing well, but hey, welcome to pro sports. And look, this is a team the Oilers have to catch. This wasn't the team with 2 wins that they beat. The Oilers are trying to pass that team. So if you can go out there and beat them up and demoralize them a little bit, why not do it? So Oilers tomorrow against the Winnipeg Jets, Game 3 of the 5-game homestand. 8:00 game at Rogers Place. We will have coverage at 7 tomorrow night with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show hosted by Tom Gazzola. Gagers, the analyst tomorrow. Ben Thompson will be along for the ride. I'll be on after the game for Reid's Read, presented by Ewell. Jets playing at home tonight against the Buffalo Sabres. They had a disappointing game against them earlier this week. We encourage you to get in touch if you feel like doing so. You can email Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. We got a limerick from Tube Socks. Let's do it. They hammered in 9 with some flair, but 10? Of course not. They don't dare. Because the Oilers exist to prove when they're blissed, they'll still trip on the last empty stare. That is coming in from Tube Socks. But send us an email, send us a limerick if you like. You can text 780-218 $99.99. That is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week. That's from 2 to 5 p.m. And you can also post with us and chat with each other in the good old nasty chat. That's the chat function going on YouTube. Our buddy Tom Gazzola is in there right now. Tom, you beautiful and wonderful human being. Thanks for checking out the show. So post in the nasty chat. And remember, on YouTube, if you have not already done so, subscribe to the station Edmonton Sports Talk. We are over 13.5K for subscribers. That's pretty good.
Going.
And you got to give each individual show a thumbs up. So if you have not already clicked the thumbs up button, please do so.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
If you already clicked the thumbs up button, click the share button. Send the show link off to others.
Be aware of the double click, the dreaded double click.
Right.
You click twice, it takes it away. Make sure your thumb is filled in.
Right. All right. Before we get to our off-topic topic and some other fun stuff, Ben Thomson has a great afternoon debate for us. He's going to be in about 10 minutes. That'll be a lot of fun. Let's do your afternoon headlines. As always, they are presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Canada gets Switzerland at the World Cup. Gee whiz, I guess I can't eat chocolate or wear a watch until the tournament is over. Hey, Jason Milne, is that a pocket watch in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Well, I figured out why they make the World Cup draw so boring. It'll make the actual game seem exciting. 0-0? Is that a soccer score or my brother-in-law's chances on back-to-back spins at the roulette table? The Oilers put up 9 on the Squid Kids. The crowd was chanting, "We want 10. Hey, Captain Connie, save some for the Jets tomorrow." I'm Chet Palmer. Afternoon headlines for 100.3 The Bear.
I like that. It's abstaining from chocolate and watches.
Yes.
In unison with Canada taking down Switzerland.
Probably no yodeling.
Oh.
What else? No neutrality. Well, I guess I can't be neutral on anything.
Oh, no knives?
Do the Swiss make a lot of knives?
Swiss Army.
Oh,
knife.
Swiss Army. No, I didn't even think of that. No.
Well, no Swiss.
He can use a knife. He can't use a Swiss Army knife.
No Swiss Army knives.
Yeah.
No knives that also have toothpicks and scissors in them.
Right.
There.
He won't even. He won't. Well, maybe he'll do this. He'll have a Swiss, because Chet probably has a Swiss Army knife on his keychain, but maybe he'll call it his multi-use utility instrument.
Yes.
He won't call it a Swiss Army knife.
Right.
He'll call it his multi-use instrument.
Wasn't that like the gift of all gifts as a kid or growing up, getting your first Swiss Army knife?
I don't know if I ever got one. I probably wasn't trusted with one.
Absolutely.
Because they thought I'd be going around opening all the wine.
Remember there were different sizes of Swiss Army knives?
Yeah, there's like little and big.
The little one, the keychain style one, was great. I wonder, is that still a thing? Are kids these days wanting a Swiss Army knife?
Well, when I was 10 years old, I got a Swiss Army knife for Christmas, and I didn't care about any other present I'd gotten that year. That was the only thing I wanted, and then I enjoyed it. It had a little flashlight on it, the cork that I couldn't really open or use for any purpose, the little scissors. You know, you got everything. Yeah, the screwdriver and all that stuff. And I ended up... not being too safe with it, and I got a boo-boo on my thumb.
Oh, no.
No.
Wasn't there
it was
a
a great
toothpick in the side of it? A toothpick?
Some of them. Oh, that you could
It pulls out of the... It doesn't
flip
up
Yeah.
like the knives. It was included in the shell of the Swiss Army knife.
Box Pounder says, "Give up Swiss cheese? Never." Well, you don't have to, but Chet might. I think Chet's just the beginning of Chet's list.
Wow, and Bronco Nick makes a great point. What the heck will you do if Italy is the fourth team? No pizza? No pasta? No vino? Mamma mia, he says.
So I was just looking at where teams are ranked in the FIFA World Rankings. Canada's 27th, Switzerland 17th, Qatar, I'd like to buy a Q, Alex, is 51st. And then the playoffs.
They called it Qatar.
Somebody did, but it's Qatar.
We call it Qatar.
The playoff teams are number 12 Italy, 32 Wales, 69 Northern Ireland, 71 Bosnia and Herzegovina. Did I say that right? Herzegovina?
Yeah, even Gretz got that one right.
So Italy will be the favorite to emerge from that. So Canada could be with the 12th and 17th ranked teams in the world. That's tough.
It is tough. It is tough. But they can also get into the knockout stage with in a third place finish if they're tight
if they do well enough. Yeah, because 8 out of the 12 third place teams go through. You learned a lot about the World Cup today.
I learned everything I know.
You ever have learned.
Yes.
I thought you knew a little bit more about it, to be honest with you.
No. Well, I do. I know about the World Cup. It was just...
Yeah, you know how
the draw
that soccer's a sport.
Quite convoluted. Like, let's be honest.
Well, you can't have
let's
two...
call a spade a spade. Why not?
Because they just all played off. So you can't have a full group of European teams.
It's a rigged draw.
It's not rigged. There are regulations about it.
Now, as if you didn't think the FIFA, the house of FIFA wasn't rigged enough and dirty enough. They rig a tournament draw right in front of you.
Okay.
And nobody said anything, Reid. Not one person.
No, I guess that's right, Jay. Nobody said anything.
I don't know. It was like, why? Okay, here's a great question. Why were the 3 presidents of the host cities or countries even there? And why were they picking a assortment of balls?
They all had their own country in them, and they already knew that when they were going. It was silly.
What was that grandstand?
Yeah. Even Trump made a joke where he was like, I think I know what's... Because then the guy was like, do you want to switch to another one? Trump's like, no, it's good.
Of course I'm embellishing this, but it was tough, man. That was tough. I know, like, hey, Jay, shut up. You get to talk about sports all day, shut up. And you watch sports for a living. Shut up. I'm telling you, this was the toughest I've worked in a long time.
I have to figure out what's going on. I think Dusty and I were all over it. There's even video of us knowing ahead of time or knowing exactly, they got to fill Group F because that group's already filled. Anyway.
Hey, bring on the World Cup.
I didn't mind watching it.
When it's on, I've got a question actually for you later in buying or selling.
Oh, good.
That is going to, I just want to see how involved you're going to be with the World Cup.
TBD, brah.
TBD, brah. But thankfully, we have the man on the scene, TSN's Matthew Scianitti, joining us today.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be incredible.
He's covering the World Cup. He's been following Team Canada for several years. He'll have all the answers. Is there a group of destruction?
Group of doom. Group of desolation.
Group of despair.
Yeah, we got to come up with our own name for a really hard group.
Yes.
Because I don't think they have one. I don't think soccer has one.
No.
I think it should be group of and then a D word. So destruction, desolation, doom, dearth,
degradation?
Yeah, maybe.
Disdain,
maybe, yeah.
Dystopia?
Yeah, that could work. Yeah. So we need our own group of...
But it's got to be a D word.
Like the hardest, demolition. The hardest group in the tournament needs a name.
I like group of
demolition. Yeah, that's a good one.
Dystopian demolition.
This is good. Sam says all FIFA knows is corruption and cringe now. But I don't know if that's the voice Sam meant. But that's how I figure Sam, like, sitting in the corner, hearing other people, like, talk about it, and he's kind of got his cowboy hat pulled down, so you can hardly see his face, and he's sipping something. There's a break in the conversation. He's like, all FIFA knows is corruption and cringe now. Who said that? And he kind of looks up. That was me here in the corner. Old Sam, we didn't even realize you were here. I am. Didn't you used to work for FIFA? Sure did. That's how I know about the corruption and the cringe.
I was wondering if he was going to get more Western.
Tommy, you want to give me a refill? You boys want to know something? And then it's the credits for the title credits for the show.
You need a shot at 2%.
That's another voice.
Yeah. You and JD Martinez.
They really all sound the same. They really all sound the same. The off-topic topic, since 1952, the off-topic topic is presented by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. This is a good one from Haas.
Yeah.
Group of dough. That's we even have that. Where'd that come from?
The magical board from over here.
Is that you, Homer? Is this me?
Should we try? We're off to a good start. Should we push? Because Luke Gazdic's coming up at 3:40. Should we push for 100 in the first hour?
Yes.
So we could celebrate.
Do you want to
Luke?
do this off topic, or do you want to change it to the group of D? If we could save this one.
It's your show. I agree with whatever you think. Let's
Okay,
do it.
So obviously Jay and I were joking. Well, we need a group. What should the group of death be called?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a D word. Okay, so every soccer tournament, it's like, oh, that's the hardest group. Oh, that's the group of death.
Right.
We don't want to use that. That's too morbid.
And
what
then
should it be called?
yes.
Group of dough. Or sorry, group of dough. Or group of.
Nah, I'd rather not.
Don't play the.
Oh.
But, okay. All right. We got to start having rehearsals for Coop.
Maybe I wasn't on the ball.
we didn't do
It was
that
like
in
the
the Raw.
village people getting up on stage.
And Les says the group of detritus. That could be the weakest group. Okay, so we got a name. We need nicknames for the easiest group and the hardest group at the World Cup. It doesn't have to be a D word, but have some fun with it. We'll save your off-topic topic for another day because I think people are going to have fun with this one. The easiest group and the hardest group at the World Cup. So they usually call it the group of death, the hardest group. I don't know what they call the easiest group. We're going to rename them because group of death is too morbid. The team doesn't die. Well, except for that one Colombian guy that scored in his own net in 94. Well, it happened. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen again.
Yeah, but it's got to be. Does it have to even be group of?
Yeah, well, no, that's true. They can use that as a starting off point.
Yeah.
I like group of, though.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense because they are in groups.
Yeah.
And I believe
you can have the pool of pain.
Well, I know, like Matthew Wanek, resident soccer guy, along with Lieutenant Eric Hernandez, they did a great job broadcasting live during the World Cup draw. He said because there's so many teams and there's so many groups,
right,
that there was a chance or is a chance that there may not be a true group of death.
Right.
But I think there is. We're going to find out more from Matthew Scianitti. He'll fill us all in on what grouped.
All right. We'll talk more soccer from a bit of a different perspective. Ben Thompson's going to find out how much Jay and I know about Canadian soccer stars when we get back.
Canada's group for next year's World Cup has been determined. Canada shares Group B with Switzerland, Qatar, and the winner between Northern Ireland, Wales, Bosnia, and Italy. Whoever wins in that UEFA matchup challenges Canada in their first match June 12th. To the NHL, Winnipeg plays host to Buffalo. The Stars and Sharks drop the puck. The Mammoth take on the Canucks, having 5 games in the NHL tonight. Locally, the Oil Kings battle the Rebels at 7, while at that same time, the Pandas host the Griffins from the Claire Drake Arena as the Golden Bears visit McEwen at the Downtown Community Arena. Down south, the Cardinals have ruled out Kyler Murray for the remainder of the year. He's seen no progress in his foot injury. He suffered week 5 against the Titans, and Marvin Harrison Jr. for the Cardinals won't play this Sunday. He's nicked up with an ankle issue. On the hardwood, Toronto meets Charlotte with Jakob Poeltl returning to the lineup. He did not play on the front end of a back-to-back yesterday against the Lakers. Tip-off tonight goes at 5:30 with 11 other games in the association. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Benny's Blind Trivia up next. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
NHL teams should be allowed to have different sized ice surfaces. Hire it or fire it.
Hire it. I loved it back in the day. You'd go into the Boston Garden. It's all small.
How drastic? Like, what would be the spread? Like, you're going to allow a team to have international ice?
No, but I think you should be allowed a little bit of leeway. Maybe the neutral zone's a little bigger.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
You could set up your Christmas tree in the last available spot in the house, or you can create the space you need with Sentinel Storage. Get the most out of Christmas. Buy Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
Oilers did not practice today. 9-4 win over Seattle last night. They'll host the Winnipeg Jets tomorrow, 8 o'clock at Rogers Place. We'll have coverage at 7. Tom Gazzola hosting the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Some ideas coming in for the off-topic topic for the World Cup. What should the nicknames be for the hardest and easiest groups in the tournament? Bronco Nick says the easy one can be the Mound of Meh. He also says just call the most difficult one the hard one. Matt Hyman says the House of Pain. Rip City Step. Group of difficulty and group of easy. Nailed it. And they're in the group of difficulty. All right. Luke Gazdic coming up in about 15 minutes. We got Ben Thomson joining us here in studio. He works here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Hi, Ben.
Breaking. VR Montenegro has sent in AI overview of the pronunciation of Macedonia.
Okay.
Oh. In Macedonia, in the country's name is pronounced roughly as Macedonia.
Oh, really?
With the stress on the third syllable, do, and a clear, hard K sound, not an S.
So Gretzky did it properly.
According to Gretzky, or according to this, we are all wrong. The great one was great.
Yeah. Well, he looked like he had practiced,
studied,
because he kind of was like, okay. At one time, didn't he kind of say, okay, did these earlier? Let's try this again.
Crazy. Now that's in their country,
right? But that's how you would want it said.
But people from the Ivory Coast would say they're from Côte d'Ivoire,
which is what they were calling the country today, though, weren't they?
No, Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah, but isn't
we would always say the Ivory Coast? So I,
yeah.
Joe from Stoney says a group of derelicts.
That's a good one. That's really good.
Dash has a good one. Group of Grim.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Or the Grim Reapers group.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's kind
of like what I came up with. The grueling, grinding group of Grim.
Yeah. This rolls off the tongue. All right. Ben Thomson is here for the afternoon debate. Don't forget about the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Maybe you're looking to still book a Christmas party or have a function into the new year. Whether you have 5 or 100 or 50 or 150, well, I guess 5 people, you could book it. Whether you have 50 or 150 people, we can host your party with a savory buffet dinner and quench your thirst with our full-service bar. Go to egmgolf.com for more details. egmgolf.com for more details. Jay and I did golf there in the summer. We had a great time. We did not play great. Well, you played okay.
I think I played really good. I shot a 43.
You shot that low?
Yeah, you shot a 46 or 48.
I was like 48, and part of that, some of those were I just threw the ball and I counted it as a stroke. All right, so what is going on today, young Ben Thomson?
Today, we're going to be playing a different version of a game that I usually bring on here with Benny's Blind Rankings. We're going to do Benny's Blind Trivia, and it's going to be around the Canadian World Cup. Well, just the World Cup Canada draw that we saw today. I'm going to have you guys tell me, I have 7 names. I'm going to have you guys tell me if they are a current Canadian soccer player or a Canadian artist.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Benny's Blind. What trivia?
Yeah, play a song. Let's do it.
We can play a bit of the song.
Benny's Blind Rank.
Trivia.
Benny's Blind Rank.
Trivia.
I can hear it.
All right, so you're going to say a name, and Jay and I are doing this separately.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Coop's going to have numbers above your guys' heads for your point total.
Scoreboard if you're watching
it's got
on
a scoreboard on YouTube.
Why don't you ever want to do it with me, you know? Seems like you're always
So I think the point is we do different lists. Well, what we do with the rankings, we do our own rankings.
Yeah.
So for this, we got to keep score. No, but we can say the same thing, though. We don't have to disagree.
Then we have to think. Don't say your answer yet.
Yeah.
And then we'll reveal
do
it.
the answers.
Let's do
Oh, yeah, we
We'll
reveal all
reveal
the
the-
answers at the end? Yeah, we'll do all the answers at the end. We'll write them down.
Okay.
Let's do them that way.
Secret ballot.
Okay, secret ballot. All right, I like it. Okay.
But we can still mutter to ourselves while we're thinking.
Yeah, like I'll have some discussion around it.
Okay.
I want to hear your
By the way,
thought
keep giving us
processes.
a thumbs up on YouTube. We want to get to 100 in the first hour.
Yes.
We're well over halfway there.
Okay, I will start you guys off with Nico Seeger.
Nico
Are
Seeger.
we allowed to get spellings?
Sure, I can give you spelling. Niko Sigur.
Oh, man.
Siger.
You are.
You are?
Yeah.
And are they all musicians of some sort?
All yes.
If they're
yes.
not a
if
soccer
they're not
player?
a soccer player, they're all musicians.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So we got 7 of these?
Yes.
Okay.
7 of them.
This is compelling.
Yeah. Anyway. Next one, Aubrey Graham. That is AubreyGraham.
And these would all be on the current roster that are
Yes,
expected to
current
play in the
roster
summer.
that are expected to play in the World Cup.
All right.
Okay. Joel Waterman. JoelWaterman.
Hey, Waterman.
Wow. This is great.
Waterman! I told you!
I hope people are playing along at home.
Yeah.
Seriously, play
Without
along at home.
Googling it. Like,
Yeah,
don't
see how many you know or guess at. Is it a
Joel
musician?
Waterman.
Is it a Canadian artist / musician or a current Canadian men's soccer team player?
I just wanted to be noted that I have guessed on all of these.
So have I. So one of them I think I might know.
Okay. Alrighty. Abel Tesfaye. ABEL.
Yeah.
TES.
I am 100% positive on this one. I am
too.
100% positive on this one.
I think I've heard
You
that.
probably weren't here working here
okay.
yet when I realized I could identify this person.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
A little.
Yeah. Hey, Wilkie ain't as old as you think. Eh?
All right.
Yeah, what was work like today, Ben? I don't know. I work with this guy. He's so old. Doesn't know anything cool.
Wait, I'm now screwed.
Why?
I don't know.
No, you are.
Okay.
Going.
What? Why would you be screwed? You don't even know. Okay. Ryan Peake. RyanPeake.
Okay.
Okay, next.
Like I'm just.
You're just
these are
blind.
great.
All right. Okay, next.
Stop.
Promise David. PROMISE DAVID.
I know this one too.
Shut up.
Yeah, I know that one.
What?
I know that one.
All right.
I know that one.
This is rigged.
All right.
Just like the whole
And then
damn World Cup.
I'm gonna get a trophy later for peace.
And then the final one is Josh Ramsey. JOSHRAMSEY. Josh Ramsey.
Oh, EY. Oh, that changes everything. Okay,
game is
so
afoot.
just so you know, out of the 7, I have 4 soccer, 3 musician.
I have 5 musician and 2 soccer.
Whoa!
It's probably 4 and 3. But I just went with one for each one.
So okay,
I am positive on
we say
4
Abel
and 6
Tesfaye?
is Bruno Mars. No, is the guy.
no, but this is Canadian artists.
Yeah, the guy. I can't not Bruno,
Bruno
Mars.
Mars
The guy's name.
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd.
Oh, for goodness sake! I put that as a soccer player.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You did not put Abel Tesfaye as a soccer player.
Reid, I don't know who any of these names are.
You didn't recognize that name?
I still don't know who you're talking
The
about.
Weeknd.
The Weeknd.
Remember?
It is the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why did you put soccer? You knew that was the weekend.
No, today's start of the weekend.
No,
Okay. What did you actually put? Music or soccer? For number
Soccer.
4?
All right.
That's wrong. That's the weekend.
It is the Weeknd.
1-0 Wilkins. Put a 1 over my head.
Okay. All right. Let's start
So
with top.
that-
And
go-
first,
go for a top
I
half.
want to say this too. I tested this. I tested this on Joaquin.
Okay.
Joaquin went 1 for 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
This was tough.
Law of averages, you should go at least 3.
Yeah.
Well, don't say that. I'm gonna look like a complete
I
more of
already
an
got
idiot
one.
than I actually am.
I hope Luke Gazdic is watching.
Yeah.
This is awful.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so I'm 0 for 1.
No, hey, let's get there when we get there. Okay.
Nico
We start
Seeger.
off with Nico Seeger.
I had soccer.
Soccer?
I have musician.
He's a soccer player. Come on. Yeah. Come on. All right.
What position is he?
Where was he?
Midfield.
He was a midfield. Come on. Let's
Oh, baby.
Alrighty. Okay.
So
next.
that's 1-0 for.
Well, technically 1-0, but it'll be 1-1 in a second. Okay.
Oh, it's already 1-1.
Yeah.
We
count in the weekend one. All right. Next, Aubrey Graham.
I put soccer.
Musician.
That is a musician. My favorite musician.
What?
Drake.
That's Drake.
That is Drake. Drake's real name is Aubrey Graham.
wow.
Ben, can I say something to you?
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
I didn't think you would do it this way.
You'd do it this way.
The real names of
The real
people.
names.
I thought you'd be finding
Like,
like,
if you-
the bass player for
like who played on One Glass Tiger album
No,
or something like that.
No,
Yeah.
we're going like
So
we're going
these are
top end
all
guys.
These are all fake names of people. Pseudonyms.
Yes.
like Michael Bublé's pianist.
Right.
Sure.
Like who knows?
Whatever it is.
Wow. Okay.
So-
I did not think this was that's how you're going to do it. All right.
Okay. Next. So Joel Waterman.
Hey, Waterman. I had musician.
I have musician.
He is a soccer player.
Oh my god.
Okay. Joel Waterman. Yeah, I don't know the positions. It's just D. He's a defensive.
He's a defender.
Defender.
He's a defender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next was Abel Tesfaye. That was the weekend.
So I got that one, musician. Yeah.
So that's 2-1 Jay right now.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
It's 1-1.
Was it?
No, I have 2 right.
He got the musician right. Drake. He got Drake right. So
And then you got Nico right.
yeah,
Okay,
Nico.
sorry.
So it's
Hey, Reid.
All right.
He's a midi.
He plays in the mid.
okay. Ryan Peake.
I had musician.
I also put musician.
He is a musician.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
He is a guitarist for Nickelback.
Are you sure they don't call it guitarist?
I like that one. Goodness.
Okay.
I better be right on promise, David.
Yeah.
Soccer.
Soccer.
He is a
He's
soccer
definitely a
player.
soccer
He is
player.
a soccer player.
I think he's is he a striker?
That's
Promise David is a forward.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
forward,
striker.
yeah.
He's a striker.
Striker.
All right, so it's coming down to this last one.
Final one. Is it? Yeah, it's 4-3 Jay. So Reid needs
Oh,
this
sorry,
one right.
Jay's ahead. I'm sorry.
Jay's ahead by 1 point.
Okay, this one I thought was so musician.
Also-
But given the order of what I've guessed, which I've been doing pretty good, I thought you'd go double at the end.
Okay.
So I put Josh Ramsey with an E. as a soccer player?
I put musician.
He is a musician.
Oh my gosh! Okay, we need a tiebreaker.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say I'll go get someone. Okay, hold on. Okay, so Josh Ramsey is the lead singer for Marianas Trench.
Yeah, of course.
Did you actually know that?
Well, because they got that one song.
Yeah, right.
They got that one song, "Shut Up and Dance." Was that them? No, that's "Walk on the Moon." What's the Marianas Trench song? Were people playing along at home? Oh yeah, I should have been playing this when he said Abel Tesfaye. Oh, actually, I don't have it now. Oh, that's blocked.
Okay. I got it.
Okay, go.
Wait. And so we got one more name.
Yeah, one more name.
I hear him coming now.
Okay, I don't know.
Oh, Luke's in the chat. He's like, "Wow, Reid's show is even worse than usual."
Thumbs up. That was good.
Okay.
All right. The tiebreaker. Kamal Miller.
Wow.
Well,
when do we sit? Well, I haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I've decided.
I've decided
Okay.
that this is purely a guess.
Yeah.
Soccer.
He is a soccer player. Oh my God. The other one.
So
Okay.
we tie.
We tie.
We each get a point. We each get a point. We don't need a. We played overtime.
soccer.
Still get a point. We still get a point. Yeah. We both
draw.
advance. Yeah. There's no penalty kicks.
We should be saying it's a draw.
Yeah, it's a draw. 5-5, high scoring game. Ben, that was excellent work.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Tell you what. Finish work for another hour or so, then take the rest of the day off.
Oh, Reid, thank you.
Hey,
thank you.
You know what? Why don't you? There's some donuts out there. Why don't you help yourself to one?
Oh, really? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the afternoon debate for the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club, egmgolf.com for more details. Our good buddy Luke Gazdic on the Oilers' big win. McDavid shooting more when we get back.
The Oil Stream.
Say they beat Winnipeg. Got to be Buffalo. Come back out and stomp on Buffalo's throat.
Yeah.
So let's say they won last night. They beat Winnipeg. They beat Buffalo. They lose to Detroit but play well. At that point,
Then I would
would you
say-
say, okay, they're back?
I'd say, you know what? Looks like they're back. And I know there's vulnerable teams coming up. The Oilers were kind of a vulnerable team.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses. Because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Canada's group for next year's World Cup has been determined. Canada shares Group B with Switzerland, Qatar, and the winner of a playoff between Northern Ireland, Wales, Bosnia, and Italy. Whoever wins that UEFA group challenges Canada in their first matchup June 12th. To the NHL, Winnipeg plays host to Buffalo. The Stars and Sharks drop the puck while the Mammoth take on the Canucks, having 5 games tonight. Locally, the Oil Kings battle the Rebels at 7, while at that same time, Pandas hosts the Griffins from Claire Drake as the Golden Bears visit the Griffins at the DCA. Down south, the Cardinals have ruled out Kyler Murray for the remainder of the season as he's seen no progression in his foot injury that he suffered Week 5 against Tennessee. No Marvin Harrison Jr. for the Cardinals this Sunday. He's nicked up with an ankle issue. To the hardwood, Toronto welcomes in Charlotte. Jakob Poeltl returning to the lineup for the Raptors. He did not play yesterday against the Lakers, managing a back issue. Tip-off tonight goes at 5:30 with 11 other games around the association. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The Reid Wilkins Show continues.
Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're staying warm and safe on the roads. Kind of ugly out there today. Maybe you got some shoveling to do when you get home. Hey, but stream us while you're shoveling. We'll make you laugh. You'll be shoveling and you'll be chuckling, and your neighbor will be like, wow, that person really likes shoveling. They look like they're having a good time.
That man's deranged.
All right, that was fun with Benny and the trivia as we were trying to guess if people were Canadian artists or soccer players. Let's go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. He joins us once a week on Edmonton Sports Talk, every second week on this show. Former Edmonton Oiler, now doing an excellent job on Sportsnet. It is Luke Gazdic checking in. Hi, Luke. How are you?
I'm not trying to hide here. I'm good, guys. How you doing? What's happening?
Yeah, well, we were playing a trivia game.
Yeah, I was brutal at it, too. I was kind of laughing here, too. The only one I was dying at was Aubrey Graham, just because that's just like iconic Toronto, and obviously like he was on Degrassi here in Toronto before he became famous, so everyone knows him here as Aubrey. And Abel is from here as well, from the Scarborough area, so those two stuck off the board, but I was pretty much over past that as well.
I just know him as Drizzy Drake, Luke. I mean,
that's the man right there.
Yeah, forgive me.
I could not name a single Drake song. I could name probably
you
several
could.
Weekend songs.
Yeah,
I don't know that I could.
No, I couldn't, Luke.
I could. Okay, like the Weekend. Is it like Feel My Face?
I Can't Feel My Face. Blinding Lights is good. There's a. I know. I would know
Drake,
a few if I thought about it.
Zero Drake.
I don't think I could. Like I probably heard it, but haven't known it's Drake.
What about
right?
You Used to Call Me on My Cell Phone?
Like,
what's that?
Oh,
called?
that's him. Okay, I've heard that.
Is that called Late Night?
Hotline Bling.
Hotline Bling.
Oh, okay.
See, we're hip.
Drake's a big deal here, guys.
I'd say we're fairly hip. Yeah,
no, I'd say.
I think that was the first thing. Probably like the first time Luke saw me in a scrum, he was probably a little taken back. He's like, "Oh, I didn't think a media guy could be that hip." Little Wilkie there, asking some questions.
Little Wilkie, self nickname.
I got to jump in here. Last night, obviously, you were on the broadcast, did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
I sent a picture to Koo, but I know I didn't tell him about it. So, wonderful choice of suit.
The burgundy.
It was burgundy. It appeared to be like a purple on purple, but whatever it was, I mean, it just popped. It worked. Do you feel better when you feel good, like, because you look good, feel good? You know what I mean? Does that happen with your
feel
suits?
good, play good. It's half the battle, Jay. Like, fake it till you make it. And I love, like, I've told you about the staff we have there. They're incredible. So I had 2 options last night, and the burgundy was just straight like Night at the Roxbury vibes. That's what I was going for a little bit. But dude, all that stuff is so sharp, and it's like so fun to wear. I told you, like, I'm smiling right now. It's like my favorite part of going to the studio. Like, what am I wearing tonight? Couple options. options. And yeah, I never know too, because like it looks different on camera. Like it picks up colors differently. Like the reds and stuff definitely come through differently. So I never know how it looks, and I always love getting compliments. So thank you, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't see that till Jay showed me earlier today, because obviously I was at the game. We do want to talk about the game and some of the storylines, because there are a few for that one. But I mean, we got to ask you, like, did you, because we were all around the TV World Cup draw. When's it actually going to start? And then, Gretzky, Brady, Shaq, Judge, all these big names, and they, make sure you stir up the balls. Like, what did you think of it?
I didn't even understand too the 3 host countries picking their own ball.
Yeah, I know. What are we doing?
I truly didn't get it. And then Trump being like, are you surprised? Like, I was trying to figure out what's going on. I didn't even understand. I was like, all right, just tell me who they play here. I think they drew pretty well. Like, I have a couple soccer buddies I was texting, and I was like, they were like, this is about as good as it gets, but until we get to, so everyone's freaking out here. We got a huge Italian population here. And if they get through and have to play Italy here in Toronto, it's going to be, I pray for this city, because it's going to be pretty wild here, but I'm hoping to see it, to be honest, because there are so many Italian Canadians in the GTA here that I don't even know who people will be cheering for. I hope Canada, but who knows?
Yeah, that'd be a good point. There could be a game with more people cheering for Italy if they go out and buy the tickets. And
this hasn't really. I mean, we haven't seen this. I haven't been a part of this, so I really don't know. Like, I usually I go England, Hungary, a little Croatia too, but now that Canada's in it, like, I hope everyone's jumping on their backs and going with this.
Well, that's a good point, because I mean, we have a colleague here, Matthew Awanek, who's proudly Italian, Ukrainian, but he's Canadian. So even though there is a strong Italian community, like you said, are they going to put on a red jersey, or are they going to put on a blue jersey when it comes to game time?
I can't wait. And the game's here in Toronto. If it is Italy, it's here in Toronto. So it's going to be an absolute ride. I'm actually really looking forward to that.
Luke Gazdic joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. All right. Connor McDavid says Tuesday, I probably passed up some shots, and that cost us. He fires away last night, gets 7 shots on goal, and gets 3 goals.
His deceptiveness is unbelievable. And, even if he hasn't been shooting, he's in goaltenders' minds when, especially the second one on Decord, when he doesn't even go down, he keeps stand-up style. He's been trying a lot more this year, even though he has been shooting the puck a little less. That short side shot where you're basically from the goal line, like Jack Hughes loves it as well. Cole Caulfield scored last Friday in Vegas on it as well, where you're essentially trying to hit the goalie in the side of the head and just seeing what happens. But Connor is so good at it from a short side. So when he comes down like that, I'm sure Decord's like, all right, I'm not going down to my RVH here, like where you're basically in a butterfly hugging the post. He's like, I'm not going to give up that shoulder. I'm just going to stay stand-up style. Connor's like, all right, you stay stand-up style. I'm just going to go 5-hole. It's unbelievable. Like, I've talked to you guys about this before, but his ability to process the game in real time and make decisions like that is unbelievable. He makes the game look slow when it's the fastest possible pace you've ever played in your life. And I just think it's honestly that's encouraging, man. Goals from him, goals from Savoy. Like, you need nights like that, especially after Tuesday when you probably deserve better. Little bit of a slump buster game against the team you've perennially owned. I'm sure they're going to be feeling good coming into the game Saturday.
I don't know if you saw Connor's post game, but I asked him, had you ever scored a goal like that, like his hat trick goal, like kind of a weird rebound off the Nuge miss? He gets it open net from a sharp angle. The goalie hadn't recovered yet. And he said, yeah, actually the closest one would be my first hat trick goal in Dallas. Like almost
what
a
year
decade
was that?
ago.
Yeah, was it early? I don't even remember his first one.
Maybe it was his second year in the NHL. He got a hat. I didn't really, I remember a lot of stuff because I've watched every game for the last 13 years except for a couple.
Yeah,
but I didn't even remember that one. But like, do you remember? Like, will most guys remember every goal or good play they made? Or is that something special for the high-end guys where he might be like, oh, yeah, I did this like 8 days, 8 years and 4 months ago,
It's a great question. So I thought I was alone in this and like not remembering anything. And then I started living with Taylor Hall, who is... Oh my, he's unbelievable. I'm laughing now because he is the best I've ever seen at it. Like you could go Halsey. You were in Long Island on a Thursday, November 17th in 2014. Can you tell me what happened? And he'd be like, oh, I scored. I came down on Johnny Boychuk and did this and went in. And these were the two defensemen on the ice. And I'm like, dude, I think I scored 5 all time. I don't even remember them. I remember my first, and like I don't even remember the other 4. Connor, I don't know how much Connor's like that too, but the top guys tend to be, man. They can recite stuff and they can remember stuff like it's nobody's business. But Halsey, for my money, Teddy was really good as well. Teddy had a good long memory. But Teddy's specialty was like opposition stuff. Like he knew every hand, he knew every tape color, he knew goals that guys had scored from years ago. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not too sure about Connor, but Halsey was easily the best at remembering every single thing he's ever done.
The hat trick was early in Connor's second season, November 19th, 2016. Obviously, he only played about half of his rookie season because of the shoulder injury.
Yeah, because I didn't remember it the rookie year. Obviously, he missed like 4 months or whatever it was. But yeah, it's been a while. Good to see him score goals, though, honestly. Like, at the end of the day, just shoot the puck. Like, I would love to see him shoot the puck more. And just like, maybe not 64 goals like it was, but he can do it. So why not do it?
Yeah.
Luke, you mentioned Matt Savoy, and I just wanted to ask, what a game like that, 2 goals, probably could have had 3. He had 2 breakaways, 1 he scored on. What does that do for a young player like that to get it going? I mean, you saw after the first missed breakaway goal, a pretty powerful move, a pretty, confident move to score that goal, and then he bangs one home later in the game. Is that something that, might change his season here? Is that something he can build off of moving forward?
Yeah, and you know what, Jay? Like I had Gen Z pegged wrong. I was wrong on the young guys from when I played, in the sense that as soon as they start gripping their sticks too tight and they don't feel like themselves, that is when you're not getting the most out of them. You have to just let them do their thing. Like, give them guidance, teach them, but don't put them in a box. Let them do their thing. And I think that, like, with Savoy, the longer it went where he wasn't scoring and wasn't producing, he's going to start to try to play a different role. They have him down in the 3rd and 4th line. He's not a 4th line right winger. I'm sorry. Like I don't know where that's going to make him effective, but I just think, like, you can see Knobloch's giving him a little bit of leash, and even when he's not producing, still putting him out there in situations like that. Now you're feeling good about yourself. You're playing top 6 minutes. You're playing with Leon. I would assume he is riding high now, because I just think, like, especially for young guys in a locker room like that, like, allowing them to just feel like themselves a little more, not be gripping the stick so tight.
So the big question around the city is like, are they back? Are they back? And I'm kind of like, let's see how the homestand goes, bank some more points, play committed, play for each other. Where are you? Or do you even reject the discussion of are they back? Like, is that a silly discussion even? How do you feel?
I don't think they ever left. I don't know where they went. Like, they lost some games. Like, I think people are... Like, when I look down the road here and I see Dallas and Colorado setting these incredible numbers, setting the bar incredibly high, they got to go through each other. This Oiler team is playing for the playoffs, and I think that's just the truth, right? Like, there's going to be some ugly ones along the way. The game is getting better, but at the end of the day, you're preparing for another playoff run. And I look at the Central Division, that's going to be an absolute dogfight. I look at a Pacific Division that is once again ripe for the taking. This Vegas team is not the same Vegas team that it was. And now you have some home time. What do they have? Detroit, Buffalo,
Jets tomorrow.
Jets, Detroit, Buffalo, Toronto, Hockey Night in Canada, right?
Then they start the road, Toronto, Montreal next weekend. Yeah.
So that's cool. Like, you're at home for a bit to start to stack some wins and start looking at the bigger picture, man. I think we're always going to go back to goaltending, and I have no idea what's going to happen. I really don't. Like, I don't. I don't know if Ingram's going to come up. I don't know if they're planning on making a move, or this is just Stu's crease once again. I think because we're always going to go back to that. But at least you're starting to see the offense get going a little bit. And I think with that comes guys playing a little harder. But I don't think they went anywhere. I think this is still the Oilers.
Luke, you're a gentleman. Hope you have a great Friday evening ahead of us. It's snowing and minus 14 and icy here in Edmonton. I'm sure you dealt with a few days.
Yeah, we got some snow outside. I got some Italian wedding soup on the stove.
Oh, nice.
Looks great.
Will any players shovel? Like, will Ekholm be out there shoveling or snow blowing today? Like the guys, because you had a condo, I think, right? But
yeah, some guys would for sure, but most guys, yeah. I mean, I was in a condo my first year. I definitely wasn't. There were our neighbor shoveled ours at the house for sure. Okay. He was like, we gave him some cash. I think he was like 14 years old. He would shovel his rink and then come over and shovel our sidewalks. I'm assuming maybe the Big Viking does. I would assume there's one or two guys that are out there in the morning going to town.
They're like, I just want to do it myself. Yeah,
I wasn't one of them. I was automatic starter, straight in the car.
That's awesome. All right, buddy. Enjoy the soup. Enjoy the weekend. We love having you on the show. You'll be on with Dusty and Eric coming up next week, man. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Luke Gazdic on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Enjoy his perspective. And he knows a lot about music, too.
Yeah.
Well-rounded guy.
He's pretty hip.
He really is. Oh, that was good stuff with Luke. So he's kind of like, they didn't really leave. They're just finally putting it together. We'll see. I mean, the division. So here's the thing. Like, if you would have not watched any hockey and watched the two games between Edmonton and Seattle this week, you would have been like, well, Seattle probably has 3 wins on the season. Like, have they already peaked? Have they already banked their best part of the season? And now they're slowly going to get passed by other teams? Possible. And they got a couple guys out, right? Marchman didn't play. Schwartz didn't play. So, I mean, they didn't look very good. So we'll see. We'll see if the Oilers can start reeling in some teams above them in the standings. It's 4:00. Jay's play of the day is coming up next. We pushed it back 20 minutes because Luke was on. That's always fun. Matthew Scianitti from TSN. We'll talk some more World Cup about the big draw earlier today. If you have us on YouTube this afternoon, don't forget, hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. We want to get to 100. We need about 3 dozen more. But people are a little slow and cold on a Friday. That's okay. But give us the thumbs up or share the show link with somebody else. 4:00 break and then the Coob with an update.
The Lock Shop.
I mean, to be honest, our team too. I mean, the Jets. I don't really know if
they're not those guys.
No, not really. You know,
they're not the Taylor Hall Edmonton Oilers. That's not their thing.
No, young Tyler Seguin would not have fit in well on the 2025 Winnipeg Jets.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportstalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
groups are now set for next year's World Cup. Canada's Group B has Qatar, Switzerland, and the winner of a UEFA playoff A group. That means that includes Italy, Northern Ireland, Wales, and Bosnia. Canada's first match is June 12th against the winner of that group. 5 games in the NHL tonight. Vegas takes on New Jersey. The Jets face the Sabres. San Jose battles Dallas while Anaheim plays Washington. And the Oil Kings are in action, hosting the Rebels for 7 o'clock puck drop across the city. In U Sports action, the Pandas clash with the Griffins at Claire Drake, while the Golden Bears visit McEwen at the DCA. NFL news here. Arizona's Kyler Murray is out for the remainder of the season. His foot injury has not progressed. He sustained the ailment Week 5 against Tennessee. The Cardinals challenge the Rams this Sunday. No Marvin Harrison Jr. for that one. He's out with an ankle injury. In 12 games in the association, the Raptors wrap up a back-to-back, tipping off with the Hornets at 5:30 after losing to the Lakers by 3 points yesterday. It's Jakob Poeltl suiting up. He's back for Toronto after sitting out yesterday, managing some back issues. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Okay. I believe the correct meteorological term for the weather is it's gross out. I believe that's actually the terminology.
Hang on, let me go
it's
to
gross out. Go to joshclawson.org.
joshclawson.org. Yeah. Let me see here. Scroll down. Yes, gross.
It's gross out. That's the current conditions. Oh, my goodness. We're over 70 thumbs up. Do not be a pleasure delayer. Let's get us to 100 here as we go into the weekend. Oilers game tomorrow. It's against the Winnipeg Jets, and that is an 8 o'clock game at Rogers Place. So 7 o'clock here on EST. Tom Gazzola will host the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Our off-topic topic. So Jay had a really good idea for an off-topic topic, but we're going to save it because I was kind of enjoying the one with you, our listeners, naming the giving a nickname to the most difficult and the easiest perceived group at the World Cup. The YYC No Flames for me, the group of gross. So is that for a hard group or a weak group? It could be. That to me, that'd be more like a team that doesn't have any good teams in it, or it's like the seeded team and then a bunch of bad teams. Like that, that's the group of gross.
How about
it's going to be some gross soccer?
How about the group of golden galoots?
Yes, that's a very good one as well.
The St. Vincent could be highlighted.
And somehow St. Vincent drawn into the tournament. Mysterious qualification.
Oh, reminder, we have to do our picks at some point.
We could probably do we could do your play of the day and do them.
Yeah.
You want to do that? We're going to do our NFL picks.
Sure.
And update the standings. But first, of course,
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. Players can get a $50 free sports bet by depositing $50 and using the code EST Sports. Don't forget to use your game sense.
Well, I've done this in the past with my buddies. We put together a game that we like in the NFL and then try to throw together a parlay. But since I'm in a bit of a interesting position in terms of being able to offer boosted odds, I decided to heck with it. I'm going to do it today. So I came up with Jay's play of the day. This is an NFL based play. So let me just hang on a sec here. Hang on a sec. Give me 1 second. Sorry, Reid. You might have to tell a quick joke.
Well, it's interesting.
I knew you were going to do something fun. Just keep going.
So, what do you call two? No, that's wrong. What's black and white, and green? Two nuns fighting over a pickle.
Okay. All right. So here's what I got for Jay's play of the day. So Seattle money line. They're in Atlanta. Okay. But Reid, did you give this your blessing? Seattle's playing good football.
Seattle's a good team. And they're a good road team.
Got the Baltimore Ravens, who are hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers money line.
Okay.
We've got the LA Rams, who are in Arizona. So I like that. The Wild, I guess the trickier one here for me, but I still believe that I think this game is being dubbed as this is a winner go home thing. And I just don't know if Houston's there yet to go into Kansas City and take down the Chiefs. So I've got the Chiefs as the fourth leg of this 4-team parlay. So that's Seattle Seahawks, Baltimore Ravens, LA Rams, and Kansas City Chiefs, all to win. That has been boosted to plus 300. So you can head on over to Play Alberta.
The way I do the odds, it's 4-1.
4-1.
Right.
Yeah. So you head on over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials. If you were to build this parlay on your own, just so you know, it would be about 240, plus 240. But because we have such a great partnership with Play Alberta, they've boosted it to plus 300. So head on over to playalberta.ca and check out Jay's play of the day. And always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, good stuff. PlayAlberta.ca. Use the Play Alberta app. A lot of cool stuff to check out there. So Jay and I, we've been doing this all. We've stuck with it. So we all, at the beginning of the NFL season, we started what I'm going to tell you about, and we started a loser pool. The loser pool didn't make it out of September.
That's correct.
We forgot to keep track of it.
That's okay.
People lost their sheets, and when you and I just were having more fun with this. So we came up with the NFL's simplest fantasy draft. Do you want to go get the D100?
I do.
While I'm explaining it, we forgot to bring in the D100, which is a great thing that we roll. Oh, Coob's getting it. So each week, each of us drafts a quarterback and a kicker. Once you have drafted that individual, you cannot take him again. So if Jay took Warren Moon, he can't take Warren Moon, but I can still take Warren Moon. But then once I take Warren Moon, Warren Moon's no longer available in the pool. So we've been doing it that way. And the way it works is it's like the two quarterbacks go head to head. Whichever quarterback is responsible for more touchdowns, throwing or passing, or passing or running, I should say, gets a point. Mm-hmm. And then for the kickers, it's the total length of all their made field goals that week. Whoever has a longer distance gets the point. So last week, the quarterbacks we had, Jay had Mahomes, I had D. Jones. 4-2, Jay wins, so he gets a point. Kicking, I had Folk, 88 yards of made field goals. Santos for Jay, only 30, so I get the point. So for the season, it's nice and close. Jay's up 13.5 to 12.5.
Oh, it's tight.
Yeah, it's very, very competitive.
Okay, I'm going to roll the die.
And whoever gets, if it's 1 to 50, Jay picks first and fourth. If it's 51 to 100, I pick first and fourth. You did a big drop today. Dustin's going to be like, hey, how'd the desk crack, guys? It's 34?
34.
34. So Jay picks first and fourth.
Have I picked Bo Nix?
Have you picked Bo Nix?
I don't think I have.
don't think you have. Let me do a quick search. Control F is the search function in Microsoft Excel, everybody.
Say what?
I have taken Nix and I've taken Penix. You can take Nix if you want.
Don't call me a Penix. I'm going to take Bo Nix.
Okay, so I'm going to take Baker Mayfield for the quarterback for the Buccaneers. And my kicker will be Loop for the Ravens, who you took a couple weeks ago. And you took Mayfield way back in week 3. So I've been sitting on Mayfield. So now he's out. So now you get a kicker. It's funny. I'll tell you how this usually goes. Jay and I, the most research we have to do for this is finding a kicker who is on an active roster and we haven't taken. And then anytime between Monday afternoon and Thursday afternoon, I'll update the stats. And I'll be like, hey, Jay, you took this guy. Who does he kick for again? And Jay will be like, I don't know. Who'd you take? And I'll be like, I took this guy. Who does he kick for? Jay will be like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. So I got to look guys up again.
I'm going to take from the New Orleans Saints, Morton Anderson.
I actually started to type it in. And I was like, wait a minute. Oh, that's incredible.
Have I taken Evan McPherson from the Bengals?
I don't think you have.
Okay, I'm going to take Evan McPherson.
It's M-A-C, right?
M-C-P-H-E-R-S-O-N.
Yeah, I don't think either. Wasn't he hurt?
Oh, God. Is he even in? Is he? And he's not... Oh.
No, I think he's good. I thought he was hurt. Maybe it was last year. Because he's relatively young, isn't he? Wasn't he a rookie the year they went to the Super Bowl?
Yes.
I guess that was 4 years ago.
Yeah, and there was a nickname for him. What was his nickname?
McFurker the kicker? It doesn't even rhyme.
McPherson.
McFicker the kicker? Oh.
Money Mac. I don't know about that.
Morton Anderson, 65 years of age.
He'd probably
still outkick these young punts.
Yeah, it'd still be a good.
You know what country he's from? Speaking of the World Cup,
well,
I don't think they're in, but
Sweden.
He's from Denmark.
Denmark.
He's Danish. Saints, Falcons, Giants, Chiefs, Vikings, Falcons. He kicked from 82 to 2007. Field goal percentage 79.7, career long of 60. Yeah, maybe he'll be the mystery athlete of the game someday.
That would be fun. Look at all his awards. 4 first-time All-Pro, 7 Pro Bowls, 1980s All-Decade Team, 1990s All-Decade Team. Wow.
Good player.
Good guy.
We are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Enter for a trip for 2 to Super Bowl 60 plus weekly prizes and $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at the CanadianBrewhouse.com. Let's tease this as well, because there's a couple people in the nasty chat, maybe it's just one person, upset that we're calling it, or that it's being called soccer. Okay, yes, we know that in most of the world, or the English-speaking world, it's called football. In Canada, we call football something else. Are there any other sports? Is this what you wanted to know? Are there any other sports that go by 2 names or different regionally?
Or anything.
I mean, in some parts of the world, hockey is ice hockey, but it's still kind of the same name.
I talked to you about this, and it could be sports related, or it could be anything. Let's really.
We got another off-topic topic. Why not?
Essentially,
for William Huff.
It's Friday. What the heck?
We can have as many topics as we want.
What about violin and fiddle?
I wonder if there's some kind of technical difference between a violin and a fiddle.
If there's technical, okay, but they're the same thing. Okay, crocodile, alligator. I know there's a difference.
Couch and sofa?
Exactly.
Well, there are differences between crocodiles and alligators.
I know, but to generally, like, if you look at one, they're like, that's a crocodile.
If we were being chased by one,
that's an alligator.
And then we were running away, I'm like, Jay, there's a crocodile chasing us. No, Reid, I think it's an alligator. Look at the hump on his head.
Buffalo or bison?
I think that's interchangeable.
You know?
Isn't it?
Football, soccer. Who knows? That would be interesting. What are some things that are known by 2 words that are both?
And you could use either word and they could be understood, or things that are known by different things in different parts of the world.
Chips and fries.
What's the difference between a couch and a sofa? Yeah, that's a regional, because in England they're chips.
Yes. Mm-hmm. For some reason, my mother-in-law calls them chips.
Pops and soda.
Pop soda. Coob, you're on fire. A couch and a sofa? Same thing.
Water and agua.
Did you ever call it a Chesterfield?
I've heard the term.
Yeah, I don't know who Chester is.
But is he in a field?
Yeah. Fiddle is for the bayou. Violin is for the orchestra.
Oh, Les says shuttlecock or birdie. That's a good one.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good reference from yesterday's show.
All right, we better take a break, though. We got a very special guest coming up to talk soccer and who knows what else. I think this guy might know Dustin Nielsen. Matthew Scianitti from TSN, when we get back.
The 2026 World Cup groups are set. Canada has Qatar, Switzerland, and the winner in the UEFA playoff A group, which includes Italy, Northern Ireland, Wales, and Bosnia. Canada's first match is June 12th against the winner of that group. 5 games tonight on the ice. Vegas takes on New Jersey. The Jets face the Sabres. The Sharks and Stars go at it, while the Ducks play the Capitals. Oil Kings action. They host the Rebels for 7 o'clock puck drop. Across the city in U Sports action, the Pandas clash with the Griffins at the Claire Drake, while the Golden Bears visit McEwen at the DCA. NFL news. Arizona's Kyler Murray is out for the remainder of the season. His foot injury not progressing since injuring it in Week 5 against the Titans. The Cardinals challenge the Rams on Sunday without Marvin Harrison Jr. in for the game. He's sidelined with an ankle issue. In a dozen games in the NBA, the Raptors wrapping up a back-to-back, tipping off with the Hornets at 5:30. Toronto losing yesterday by 3 points against the Lakers. A buzzer beater, and Jakob Poeltl will suit up for Toronto after sitting yesterday as he was managing a back issue. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, we talk some soccer with Matthew Scianitti. Next, I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Bruce Boudreau is our GS Construction Hockey Insider today.
I would tell the fans, don't look at necessarily if we end up in first or in the top 2 or if we have home ice advantage. Think of Tampa when they won their second cup. They didn't care if they were in first, second, or third, or Florida when they're winning the cup. They didn't care if they were in first, second, or third place. They just knew if they got in the playoffs, they knew how to play. And I think Edmonton's in the same boat.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Huge hat trick for Connor McDavid last night. 2 goals for Matthew Savoy, 9-4 thumping of the Seattle Kraken, the Squid Kids, as Chet Palmer likes to call them. Tomorrow, Winnipeg Jets in town. Jets playing Buffalo tonight. 8 o'clock game tomorrow at Rogers Place. 7 o'clock here on Edmonton Sports Talk for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show hosted by Tom Gazzola. That is game 3 of the Oilers' 5-game homestand. Of course, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place. With easy access to real money games, you can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. If you have not already given us the thumbs up on YouTube, please do so. We need 14 to get to 100.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
You know what I like about the Play Alberta app? If you have a lottery ticket, you can go to, there's a scan ticket function, and it'll tell you if it's a winning ticket or not right off your phone. You can scan the barcode. Yeah, it's really convenient. You don't buy lottery. You've never bought a lottery ticket in your life.
I've bought.
Teasing at the off-topic topic that you're going to reintroduce next week.
Yes, it might surprise you.
We had other suggestions for, in North America, soccer, most of the world, football. What else came in? Sweater and bunny hug.
Table tennis, ping pong.
Boot and trunk. Yeah, some interesting ones.
Toque, beanie.
I would never think of a toque as a beanie, though.
A beanie is what Americans call toques.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
They do not call them tuckus.
Really?
No.
Not even anywhere like near the border or anything?
Toque is very Canadian.
Wow. Hat and cap?
Right.
I didn't realize they called a toque a beanie in the States.
Pretty sure that I've got that correct.
Oh, you're probably right.
I might be, Reid.
All right. And, of course, the World Cup draw was earlier today in Washington, D.C. To discuss that and who knows what else, we're going to go to the Oil Country Towing Hotline, and we welcome from TSN, Matthew Scianitti. Matthew, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, boys. How are we?
We're doing very well. Thank you for taking time to join us. I think this is actually the first time you and I have talked, but I believe you're on with Jay and Matthew when I was taking some time off in the summer. So thanks for hopping on a Friday night here. I'm going to dive right in here with the World Cup draw. I knew there'd be some pomp and circumstance and performances. I didn't think it would drag on quite that long before they got to the draw. Were you prepared for that?
No, I mean, this has been very blessed to do this twice, and I did it in Qatar 3.5 years ago, and doing it today, I think it is pretty obvious that was FIFA's way of trying to just make sure that the process runs smoothly, and the way they elevated certain members of the host nations to make sure that things get expedited properly. Because what I mean by that is, I felt it just went on and on and on and on and on. It was great to see Lauryn Hill. I mean, I was a big fan of Lauryn Hill growing up as a teenager, and that was cool. And Kevin Hart and Shaq interacting is always fun. But these things, they either hit their points and they're so memorable, or it's just like many of us will say, well, okay, can we just get on with it? But as soon as you get to the draw part, I was sitting next to my TSN colleague Camila Gonzalez and former Canadian captain Atiba Hutchinson. Once they start drawing those balls out of the pots, you start to get anxious because even though we are interested observers and not necessarily invested in the same way that Jesse Martian's coaching staff of Canada Soccer are, particularly as a host nation, you start knowing the game a little bit as I do, you start looking and saying, whoa, Canada could face this nation or this nation or this nation. And then when that pot 14 came out, and it now could potentially be Italy opening Canada's World Cup journey as hosts in Toronto on June 12th. Put aside my own family heritage, Italian Canadian family heritage, get all the other stuff out of the way, just to be able to watch that and experience that and know that could potentially be on the horizon. It is ultimately just about administrative work, and there are hundreds of millions of people who watch that today. But when you get to the part of drawing out the teams for groups, it gets pretty nerve-wracking and pretty special, actually.
All right, so is that? I mean, you touched on a couple of things. Or maybe I'm going to give you two options, but maybe you'll say no, Reid, you're misreading the tea leaves here. Is the bigger story that Canada knows it has to play number 17 Switzerland, or that it might play number 12 Italy?
It might play Italy. I mean, Switzerland is huge. Because remember, Canada would open up its World Cup against potentially either Italy, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Northern Ireland, and Wales. Now, I'm sure there's some of your listeners, and maybe some people in the studio who are like, what does he mean by that? I thought groups were supposed to have 4 teams. Well, because they've expanded the World Cup to 48 teams, there were 6 placeholder nations. There will be 2 neutral site FIFA tournaments, and then there are still 4 European nations that can qualify. It's just I always, when you expand these tournaments and all these competitive pathways and all the ways that soccer tries to make things sometimes convoluted, in spite of itself, what it ultimately comes down to is this. There are hundreds of millions of people who tie themselves to an Italian-Canadian heritage. And the fact that Canada, in its largest city, where there are hundreds of thousands of Italian Canadians, could open its World Cup journey against Italy, and an opportunity to convert many who still don't believe in this Canadian men's national team, and maybe many who haven't watched Italy all that often, to know that Canada will be very competitive against Italy and absolutely could look to get a result against Italy on home soil. That's the bigger story. Switzerland, yes, as the final group stage game in Vancouver at the end of June, it's a big game because if Canada gets a result against Italy or doesn't, then I think right now they can look to be favorites against Qatar in that second game in Vancouver. That game against Switzerland is huge because it will likely define not only whether or not Canada actually gets out of its group, but also whether or not, if it wins Group B, it will stay in Vancouver for its round of 32 knockout round game. If it were to win that game, it would then get the round of 16 knockout round game in Vancouver. So if you're a Canadian soccer fan or just an observer kind of possibly warming up to this upcoming run that Canada will have in the Men's World Cup, it could be an incredibly exciting journey for the men's team.
Matthew Scianitti of TSN joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. When you look at all these different groups, you might look at the Group L as, everybody always wants to know what's the group of death. And it looks like that might be it. But if Italy draws in and can get through the qualifying, would Canada in Group B also be, on the outside of that, ring of group of death?
Well, Canada already knows what that feels like because they were pretty much in a group of death the last World Cup cycle in 2022, and they faced Croatia, Belgium, and Morocco because those were all heavy-hitting nations that Canada had to go and face. And this is not that same Canadian team, and certainly I can understand, as much as there might have been the sugar high of watching Canada face Lionel Messi twice in this, unique South American tournament called Copa America that many Canadians were introduced to 18 months ago, they certainly can look at this group and be like, this is super competitive. But I'll echo the sentiments of my colleagues Kevin Kilban and Stephen Caldwell on the panel right after the draw. To be honest, Canada is absolutely in the fight in this group. This is not 3.5 years ago in November in Qatar. This is a team that is firmly inside the top 30. This is a team in every single position. Yes, I'm speaking to an Edmonton audience, so many will understand Edmonton native Alphonso Davies and all the incredible talent he brings, and he's recovering from an ACL injury. But Canada has talent throughout its lineup. Now, is that talent pound for pound as good as Italy, as good as Switzerland? Undoubtedly, Canada is ranked much higher than I believe the 50th ranked team in the world, which is Qatar. But they absolutely can look at their lineup and look at the Italian and Swiss lineup and say, as they have against Lionel Messi in Argentina, as they have against France, as they have against Colombia over the last 18 months, and say, yeah, we can go at them and we can look to get a result. This is not that same Canadian team. So in a way, absolutely it can be seen as a group of death because Canada's ultra competitive. But there is that wrinkle this time, and that the top 8 third-place teams will advance. Now, many might roll their eyes at that because it would look like a consolation prize in the expanded World Cup for a third-place team or select third-place teams to advance. But really, right now, this is an unbelievable opportunity for the Canadian men's national team on the national stage, on the world stage, to convert a lot of people to this team because they are absolutely fun to watch. Jesse Marsch really has built a competitor.
You've been, as you mentioned, you've been covering this team for quite a while. You followed them through all the different tournaments. Now that you see what this World Cup draw looks like, obviously, hey, okay, the number one, I guess, greatest outcome would be for Canada to win the World Cup. Is that realistic or not? I'm not entirely sure. What are the realistic expectations, at least for you, Matthew Scianitti, of Team Canada here in the World Cup?
Canada, my realistic expectation, and we've been, especially myself, with a vowel at the end of my name and Italian grandparents. Certainly took a moment to think about what would it like for Canada to face Italy, but forget that. If Canada faces either any of those other teams that Italy has to get through in order to even get to the World Cup in the first place, Northern Ireland or Wales, who they've already faced in Wales and beat them, or Bosnia and Herzegovina, the fact is Canada can legitimately say, we can win our group. We should be absolutely be thinking about winning our group and trying to get to, imagine, Canada has a home round of 32 game or a home round of 16 game against what would likely be some of those big teams that they could, I don't have the bracket in front of me, but there certainly is potential that they would face some heavy hitters again on home soil. I'm looking right now, again, a lot of things could change in 6.5 months. And that's the wonderful thing about this sport is, many in our country will get an education with the help of all of us at TSN. But over the next 6.5 months, there will be so many nations across the world who will just agonize over every single permutation, every single injury on the team, every single change to a lineup, every single coaching decision. I'll take you inside the draw hall just to give you an example of what I'm talking about. Carlo Ancelotti is the head coach of Brazil. I was supposed to interview Carlo Ancelotti right after the draw because his wife is from Vancouver. He has connections to Vancouver. And a Brazilian radio host asked him what his expectations are of his team after Brazil lost 6 games in qualifying. Now, those who will know, Carlo Ancelotti wasn't there for most of South American qualifying and wasn't in charge when Brazil lost all those games. And when he was asked that question, he stormed out. So expectations, emotions ebb and flow over the next 6.5 months. But I know that was a long-winded way of getting to this answer. Canada should absolutely be expecting to be competitive to get to the round of 16. And if you get to the round of 16, and another piece of context too, Mohamed Salah, the Liverpool legend, even though he's not at fault for the other Egyptian disappointments, Egypt has never won a game in the Men's World Cup. A country like Korea went to 5 World Cups, didn't win a game until they hosted in 2002. It is hard to win a game in the Men's World Cup. Paraguay had a national holiday for getting back into the World Cup for the first time in 16 years. So Canada's on a brand new stage. And for this kind of stage, and we saw it a little bit, many will remember Christine Sinclair's clutch penalty against China to open the Women's World Cup in 2015 and the packed house at Commonwealth Stadium and how the energy reverberated in that stadium when the all-time goal scorer in international soccer put that great penalty away. We're going to feel that kind of energy again, and Canadians should absolutely expect not only for this men's team to get out of their group, but to get to at least win one knockout round game. And if that happens, what a party it'll be.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Hey, Matthew, know you had a busy day, so thanks for taking time to jump on with us here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Great analysis. Enjoy this whole experience of covering another World Cup. It was interesting watching the draw today for sure. A bunch of us.
Interesting is one way of putting it. Absolutely.
Yeah, Dustin Nielsen and I may have made some fun videos along the way, but anyway, thank you so much for doing this. Have a great weekend.
All right, take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.
Matthew Scianitti from TSN. Yeah, it was look, of course it went on too long. Like, he made a good point. They were clearly making sure the 3 host nations and the leaders of the 3 host nations were in the spotlight and made to feel appreciated and all this kind of stuff. But when the draw did start, like, I was pulled into that. When the actual draw started and it started moving along, and then you're like, oh, who are we going to get? And then you realize, well, that group can't have 2 European teams, or Canada, if Haiti gets drawn, they can't be in our group because that's another team from our confederation or whatever it's called. All that stuff was interesting to me to see how it all played out.
I thought once it got going, it was good. And the fella, what's his name again, that was hosting?
Oh, I think it was Rio Ferdinand.
Yes,
he's a former
was
player.
Fantastic because he said, okay, let's just slow down here and explain this. Why this team can't be in this group. Yeah. Because hey, let's face it, it's not the biggest sport in North America, right? So they were probably coached on having to coach some of the viewers on how this went along. Once it got going, it was somewhat interesting.
Yeah. No, I quite like it.
I think Lauryn Hill was the best part of it, to be honest.
But it's not great. From the entertainment. Well, we didn't watch the Village People.
The whole thing.
We didn't watch the Village People.
Yes, we missed the Village People.
Yeah.
The Hogwarts, is that what you call them? That were explaining how the World Cup works?
Oh yeah, well that was terrible.
That was awful.
So yeah, the guy who hosted Much of the Draw was Rio Ferdinand. He's 47. He's a retired English national team player. Played on the English national team for 14 years. So obviously a very good player. Like, he did a great job on stage. He was comfortable.
Yes.
He communicated well. He was smooth. He tried to have fun. So. That was good, but the video he did where it's like he goes to school and he's just like, oh, so there's 32 teams in the World Cup. Oh no, there aren't any. Like, it was a little much. It was a little much.
What did you refer to it as? The World Cup drawn out.
It was the World Cup drawn out.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting. And you know what? I know this. I see this coming up in our chat. Look, most of the guys on the Canadian team were born in Canada. And if you weren't, you can still be Canadian. Like Alphonso Davies was not born in Canada, but, he has an incredible story about being a refugee and winding up in Edmonton. I mean, he's Canadian. There have been players who've played on the Canadian hockey team that weren't born in Canada, but were definitely Canadian. So I think they're pretty proud to play for Canada. I personally don't separate the team to like, well, he's not a real Canadian because he wasn't born. They're Canadians. They want to play for Canada. They're happy to play for Canada. And go look at their bios. Most of them actually were born in Canada and were developed here, which is pretty cool.
Is that, I don't understand. Is that like a problem? That
I'm just responding to a couple of things I see in the nasty chat that they're perhaps not real Canadians if that they're not Canadians on the Canadian team because they weren't born here.
Well, do they have their Canadian citizenship?
Well, they can play for the team.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then they're Canadian.
I believe Donovan Bailey was not born in Canada. Doesn't lessen the thrill for me of him winning the gold medal.
Joel DeBlanco, double E great. Can't say great yet.
No.
Yeah, there's probably a lot more of that in sports and international competition than you realize.
Yeah. Well, who was the bobsledder that left Canada to go bobsleigh for the States? Was that Humphreys?
The female, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. That bugs me more than a player who was born outside of a country and then played for another country.
There are lots that while we were interviewing Matthew Scianitti, great insight, by the way, for the second off-topic topic,
right,
of names that are the same thing but have two different names.
Right.
Kenton Red Deer, Serviette, Napkin.
Oh, that's a good one.
Charismatic Chris, Caribou in North America, Reindeer in Europe. Timber Woodsman, Footbag, Hacky Sack. Did you ever play with a footbag?
No, I did not. I don't know if I played with a hacky sack, but I know what it is.
I used to hacky sack all the time. Uncle Jesse said, has Bunny Hug come up yet? Why, yes, it has.
Has sneakers and or just shoes came up?
I would never call them sneakers.
Kicks?
I've always called them shoes.
I mean, they are shoes. There's various kinds of shoes, but a shoe can be a sneaker. But a sneaker is also a shoe.
Sneaker, running shoe. I guess maybe you wouldn't compete in track and field in a sneaker, would you? I don't know.
Maybe a nice, Nike sneaker or something that's made in a certain way. To look fancy, right? It's a look.
Biffy and Outhouse.
The restroom, bathroom.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. We would call it like I think it's called restroom, washroom, and bathroom. What would you call it? Bathroom. I say I got to go to the bathroom
or washroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good ones. All right, we got to take a timeout. 4:44. Oil Understood. Jed Roberts still coming up.
Canada's group for next year's World Cup has been determined. Canada shares Group B with Switzerland, Qatar, and the winner of a playoff between Northern Ireland, Wales, Bosnia, and Italy. Whoever wins in that UEFA group challenges Canada in their first matchup June 12th. To the NHL, Winnipeg plays host to Buffalo. The Stars and Sharks drop the puck. The Mammoth take on the Canucks with 5 games tonight. And locally, the Oil Kings battle the Rebels at 7. While at that same time, the Pandas host the Griffins at Claire Drake as the Golden Bears visit McEwen at the Downtown Community Arena. Down south, the Cardinals have ruled out Kyler Murray for the remainder of the season. He's seen no progression in his foot injury that he suffered Week 5 against Tennessee. No Marvin Harrison Jr. for the Cardinals this Sunday. He's nicked up with an ankle issue. On the hardwood, Toronto welcomes in Charlotte with Jakob Poeltl returning to the lineup. He sat out yesterday against the Lakers on the front end of a back-to-back, managing a back issue. Tip-off goes at 5:30 with 11 other games in the association. The Reid Wilkins Show rolls on after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
Bill Daly said there's no plan B. The only way they wouldn't go is if the rink's not done.
Well, I mean, does the rink being too small count as the rink not being done?
Even though it goes against the agreement of what they signed with the IIHF, their NHL's okay with it, that they'll still send players. But the rink now has to get done.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
Ben Steiner from Sports Illustrated.
It's going to be interesting to see what Canada's able to do in this group, because that opening game could be very difficult against Italy, especially in Toronto with the amount of support Italy has. I think Qatar and Switzerland, I think you have to be happy with those. Those are now bordering on must-win games. I would say if you get 6 points, you're probably good, but 4 points would be a little bit dicey.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The Oil Stream.
Say they beat Winnipeg. Got to be Buffalo. Come back out and stomp on Buffalo's throat.
Yeah.
So let's say they won last night. They beat Winnipeg. They beat Buffalo. They lose to Detroit but play well. At that point, would you say, okay, they're back?
I'd say, you know what? Looks like they're back. And I know there's vulnerable teams coming up. The Oilers were kind of a vulnerable team.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
All right, great to have you tuning in this afternoon. We're with you until 6 o'clock. Hope you're staying warm out there today. We are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Pizza Sunday is back at the Canadian Brew House. After 4 p.m., grab an 8-inch 2-topping pizza for just $9.99. Wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards. Our off-topic topics for William Huff. We had one name the most difficult and the easiest groups at the World Cup. I like the pool of pain for the hard group. We're going to call it that, so the group of death.
The pool of pain.
The pool of pain. And what do we have for the easiest one? The group of dysfunction. The group of, I can't remember what it was. We've had some good ones. And now we've been talking about, so if we started with sport because of football and soccer.
It's evolved.
But, okay, so what sports do we have? Ping pong and table tennis?
Yeah, my brother-in-law sent that in.
Right. But it would be referred to table tennis, though, at a formal competition, I would think. I don't think there'd be a World Cup of ping pong. I think it would be the World Cup of table tennis.
What about pool and billiards? Is that the same thing?
No, I don't know. Is
billiards like
does it include, right?
I think billiards
like,
is the
that
big
includes
12-foot
snooker, 9-ball, Is
snooker?
Is one the word for that is all encompassing anything that uses a cue and a ball?
I think that's pool.
That's pool.
Like I have a pool table.
Don't you say snooker? I like saying snooker.
You say snooker? I say Jimmy Snooker.
Yeah.
Tissue and Kleenex for El Presidente?
Well, Kleenex is a brand name though. That's
right.
That's a totally different discussion.
That's like snow sled and skidoo.
Like football and soccer are exactly the same.
That's like skid steer and bobcat.
Right.
Bobcat's a brand. Skid steer is what it's called.
That's different, right? But for sports, like I don't ice hockey and hockey. That's just a different. That's just to separate them in sports in countries where there's a lot of field hockey. I mean, in here we say you play hockey, and then if you played field hockey, you'd say field hockey.
Yes.
In some countries, you might say, well, I play hockey, which is field hockey, but then somebody else might play ice hockey.
It's like golf, ball golf, and disc golf.
Yeah. That's all. Didn't Trevor and I discuss that once?
Pinto Creek says, I'm not sure how beanbag toss became cornhole.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that either. Is that a regional thing? I don't know.
We got a limerick. I believe
let's get to it.
This might be the first time. This is from Blair in Calgary on the River Crew Resort.
I think I have one. Did we do Chris's?
I don't think so.
I'll do Chris's after.
He says, can I give it a go at a limerick? Not sure if it works, but let's go, baby. I like the spirit. Let's go. It's Friday. I want to tell a little story about the year of Oilers' glory. There is a grand plan, as known by this fan, this year they will host Big Stan.
That's pretty good.
Glory.
Hoist Big Stan. Did he do it right?
I want to tell a little story about the years of Oilers' glory.
Oh, no, there's a rhyme missing.
Yeah, there's a grand... So, it's AABBA.
Right, so the first, second, and fifth lines rhyme.
So, that this year they will host Big Stan needed to rhyme with story and glory.
Right. But hey, that's a first try.
That's why we
it's
try.
A learning lesson.
You are not getting... We're just helping you so that next time... You'll nail it.
So
I appreciate that.
Chris has one. I like Chris's because the third and fourth lines are brief. The World Cup draw was an event for the eyes. Canada with the Swiss, Qatar, and a surprise. Who could it be? Maybe Italy. Give Jay the Reid Wilkins Show Peace Prize. That's really good.
That's really good.
That's really good.
Okay, then they're coming now, Reid.
Uh-oh.
I think I hear them coming now.
Now we can barely see the road from the heat coming off.
I think I hear him coming now.
Okay, get Terry the Turtle ready, okay? And when I point to you, you got to play it.
Okay.
This is from Dudley. The cord was yanked out of fear, for the Oilers' dominance was clear. Then Grubauer took the brunt, got shelled from the front. That's it.
That's the whole last line. How does that rhyme?
Well, fear, clear.
That was very unexpected.
VR Montenegro's got a couple good suggestions. Keep them coming in. 780-218-9999. He says division of dominance for good, for a good group,
right?
And the distribution of despair. for the other group.
The distribution of despair. Yeah. Oh, wow. You can text the afternoon inbox 780-218-9999. Presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the kitchen restaurant. Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. That's available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. The Oilers did not practice today. Game tomorrow against the Winnipeg Jets, who have had their struggles lately, as we have the oil understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. All right, yeah, so Oilers tomorrow, Oil Kings tonight against Red Deer, and then the big Teddy Bear Toss game Sunday at 4. That's against Prince Albert. That's two of the top teams in the Western Hockey League going head-to-head. No update today. Further update on Connor Clattenburg. That was scary seeing him go off the ice.
Yes, it was. You do not like to see that.
So hopefully he's okay. Knobloch said after the game that he got some stitches. I think he said above the eye. So hopefully it's not anything that's going to keep him out of action for too long. But you always worry when you see a stick go up there. And I was kind of watching him go off. I think he took his hand away from his eye for a second, and there was obviously blood there. So hopefully he's okay.
I feel like an idiot.
What'd you do? Did we play the turtle noise in the wrong spot?
Yeah, I cued it bad. I cued it wrong. The way he wrote it, okay. I'll just do it the way he wrote it. Again? We're going to try this again.
Okay.
My apologies, Dudley. DeCord was yanked out of fear, for the Oilers' dominance was clear. Then Grubauer took the brunt, got shelled from the front. Insert erotic turtle noise here.
Oh, so you just supposed to read the line.
I was supposed to read it.
Right. You just thought he wanted it. Yeah, then it does rhyme.
I mean, that's fantastic. Dudley, you should email that to me. Jay@EdmontonSportsTalk.com so I can put it in the folder for Limerick of the Year. Well done.
Okay, so is this what people are calling it now? Erotic turtle noise?
I refer to him as Terry the Turtle.
That's not really what it's.
Terry's a little out of breath. Okay.
Yeah.
Terry's a little tuckered.
I believe Coop said he's just cooling off. He just was overheated.
It's a turtle panting.
It's just like when your bike and Excite Bike overheats. You got to pull over and cool off. That's the sound of someone cooling off.
Okay, Reid.
What?
This is the oil understood for GCL Diesel. Is this... so you're not ready to crown this team that they're back? Luke figures they never left. But was that a snapshot of kind of the feeling and the vibes you and I have witnessed when this team is on a roll, when this team is exerting their dominance over a team? Or is it Seattle just didn't have it? Like what?
No, I want to see it consistently for, a good chunk of games. It's like certainly the rest of the homestand. I want to see just solid play, taking advantage of opportunities, players doing what they say they want to do, like McDavid shooting the puck more.
Do you think there was an emphasis by the team, not just Connor McDavid, to shoot the puck more?
Well, if McDavid says it, I guess it kind of puts the pressure on everybody else to try to do it.
That was because I don't know that anybody, Connor McDavid obviously said those comments after post game. The name where he said he needed to shoot more and he passed some opportunity against Minnesota. Sorry,
right?
Do you think that's something that? And then the next day, Coach Knobloch had these stats ready to go on how much Connor shot per game.
Right. Yeah, he do all of it. Yeah.
Was that something you think that he had a conversation with Connor McDavid about, or is that something where he said, I think Connor realizes that he needs to shoot the puck more?
Yeah, I don't think that.
Like I would honestly like to think that a coach would say, hey Connor, come, let's go grab a coffee in the cafeteria. Something like that. I heard what you said last night, and what do you think? Because, hey, you know what? The team would sure like it if you shot more. I mean, he had 7 shots last night.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it would work. I mean, it's going to depend on the coach-player relationship. I don't know if a coach needs to necessarily take a player of that caliber aside and give direct instruction, but there might be little suggestions or how you feeling about your shot total? You think you're getting good looks? May McDavid's going to say, you know what, I am getting good looks, and I'm not shooting often enough. And Knobloch might be like, okay, well, keep that in mind. Like, I don't know if Knobloch's going to pull Connor aside necessarily and say, hey, shoot more, okay? I think it would more be in a discussion. It would
be a conversation.
The coach leading it or seeing how the player feels.
But that was a different version of Connor. Like
right.
I think
I'm sure Knobloch was thrilled that Connor said it and went out and did it himself.
Yeah. Lead by example, right? What do you think of this comment? I think that's a fair comment that since the Lightning game that they dropped 2-1.
Yep.
The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, they've other than the Dallas letdown, they've been playing good hockey. They lost in overtime to the Lightning. They came back the next day and beat Florida.
Right.
Then they had that drubbing at home against Dallas. Beat Seattle 4-0. Lose to Minnesota 1-0. And then beat Seattle last night 9-4. Like, this team is putting together better hockey if you could take away...
Oh, for sure. The Dallas game was a disaster. They've played more consistent. They've played with more passion. They've played with more detail. And quite frankly... Since Nuge came back, the special teams have been borderline perfect. So that's pretty good.
Tomorrow night against the Jets.
Yes.
Is this a team? Because the Jets are in a little bit of their own world of hurt right now. Is this a night where you got to put the foot down and try and duplicate a score like we saw last night?
No, I just try to win.
You just try
to win.
Yeah.
You're trying to win.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. Okay, because. Okay, Connor says he's got to shoot the puck more. Boom. 7 shots, hat trick. The Oilers win 9-4.
Right.
Does that continue tomorrow night? That's what I'm most interested in watching tomorrow night.
Yeah, I just want to watch the overall. Like, I know what you're saying, but I just look for the overall game. And I mean, every game has a different personality. I mean, yesterday the chances were there. They could go for it. They could bury them. Like, do you want to give up 4? No, but I mean, the 3rd and 4th goal, Seattle goals didn't really matter.
But those chances are
the
created
game was
because
over.
You're there. You're in the right spot. You're doing the right things. You're playing the right game.
Right. But, a coach said to me once, are teams trying to score goals or are they trying to win games? Now, of course, scoring goals help, but do you get the difference?
I understand. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, a good example, even though they survived it, was Leon with 20 seconds left in the first period or whatever, when he's stick handling, standing still in front of his own net, and the puck gets stolen and they go in.
Yeah.
Like, in that situation, Leon's probably thinking like, oh yeah, I got to control the puck and go the other way, as opposed to like, just punt. Yeah. It's 3-1. Seattle showed a little bit of life. Just punt. Flip that one out.
Yeah.
Period ends calmly. You're fine.
So
I want to just see better decisions, responsible decisions, stuff like that. All right, Jed Roberts is standing by after the 5 o'clock break.
2 guys and a goalie.
NHL teams should be allowed to have different sized ice surfaces. Hire it or fire it.
Hire it. I loved it back in the day. You'd go into the Boston Garden. It's all small.
How drastic? Like, what would be the spread? Like, you're going to allow a team to have international ice?
No, but I think you should be allowed a little bit of leeway. Maybe the neutral zone's a little bigger.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Johnson, whoa.
Hi,
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
You could set up your Christmas tree in the last available spot in the house, or you can create the space you need with Sentinel Storage. Get the most out of Christmas. Buy Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Groups are set for the World Cup. Canada will face Qatar, Switzerland, and the winner of the UEFA Playoff Group A next year. That includes Italy, Northern Ireland, Wales, and Bosnia, with Canada playing its first match in June on the 12th against the winner of that group. Tonight, the NHL has 5 games on the slate. The Golden Knights meet the Devils as the Sabres joust with the Jets momentarily. After that, Utah visits Vancouver, and the Oil Kings, they hit the ice hosting the Rebels at 7, with Edmonton welcoming in Prince Albert Sunday for their teddy bear toss. Across the city, it's Pandas clashing with the Griffins, while the Golden Bears visit McEwen. And from the 6, the Raptors wrap up their back-to-back, taking on the Hornets. Jakob Poeltl is back for Toronto, missing yesterday's game against the Lakers, managing a back ailment for LA. LeBron James sits out tonight against the Celtics. He's battling sciatica and arthritis. Boston and LA tip-off in just a second, with Miami hitting the hardwood in Orlando, having a dozen games tonight. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, here we are. Yeah, here we are. Are we good, Coop? Are we on? Can we go now? We can go now. All right, we're over 100 thumbs. Thanks for getting us there. Thanks for giving us the thumbs up.
Dun, da, da, da.
We got another hour left in the show. So we were talking about Connor Clattenburg. Who was it? Ace, I think. Scotty, maybe. A couple other people in the chat start talking about eye injuries. Yeah, there was Ryan McGill. And guys, I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole here because I'll get distracted if I go on Wikipedia, so maybe people can help me and we can update it later. Ryan McGill had an eye injury while playing for the Oilers. He had to retire. I think he went on to coach in the Western Hockey League, but if somebody can help me out with that, post in the nasty chat, or you can text 780-218-9999. That's the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks, available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Yeah, World Cup draw today. Oilers with a big win last night, and we'll discuss that and who knows what else with our regular contributor here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Double E alum and our good buddy Jed Roberts is ready to rock and roll. Jed, how you been, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
All right, so you're a big sports fan. You like a lot of, like, you're not just all football or all one sport. Like, I always enjoy talking to you. You're into a lot of stuff. You take interest in a lot of stuff. The World Cup draw today, were you like, I want to know who Canada's with, I want to see how it works, or what was your level of interest in that?
Pretty high. I can't believe how lucky they are. They got a really good draw. I think being in that group of Qatar, who's probably the only team ranked lower than they are, and Qatar hosted it, I think, a little while back. And I think they had the same sort of adventure that Canada did, where I think they only scored 1 goal the last time around, maybe.
Right.
It's a great matchup. The interesting thing will be to see if Italy gets it, because the big Italian population you got in Toronto and Vancouver, and that'll make a big difference when it comes time to have the games there in Canada. You want to have the home crowd on your side as much as possible. So if they draw somebody like Wales or something like that, it will be a little bit quieter in terms and it'll be a lot louder for the home side. But I actually think that Canada has got a really good shot at maybe pleasantly surprising some people this year with that draw that they got.
I was saying yesterday, this is how the NHL should determine its divisions every year. They should do a draw. Could you imagine, I know the CFL was smaller, but if you played, it was who are we going to play 3 times and who do we play only once or something like that? And you had to do it all for a draw. Everybody would be glued to the TV.
That would be really awesome, actually. I would be all over that idea. But I used to talk to my dad about the way they formatted the playoffs when he played, and they used to do best of 3.
Yes, or total points. Yeah,
total points. Yeah, 2 games, total points, or best of 3. And I'm like, well, how much time did you get off between games? And he said, really none. So it's that doesn't even make any sense. And he said, yeah, I know. So, but I think soccer has it right. I like the way they do the relegation thing with their professional clubs. I love the fact that teams can move up and down, and it really puts the onus on the organization to put out a quality product every year. And it really makes things really competitive. It's fun to watch, and I really like to watch soccer, especially on the world stage at the World Cup. I think we're really fortunate to have it right in our backyard here. Would have been nice to have it here in Edmonton, but Vancouver's not that far away.
Yeah.
So,
Jed, the Edmonton Elks just released this week a little bit more information on the coaching staff that they've put together for their Select program. I saw your name on the list. Good for you. Thanks for stepping up and doing that. Tell us about the Edmonton Elks Selects. What is this?
Well, it's the same kind of concept that the U of A was putting out, where they had the U of A Golden Bear Selects program there. And coincidentally enough, it was Chris Morris, who's now the president of the Elks organization, who that was his kind of pet project. And it was just kind of with the idea of cultivating and maintaining and supporting grassroots football. It is club football. It's not cheap. It's just like any other sport, like if you want to play volleyball and you want to play club, there's travel involved and you have to pay for that, and there's fees and stuff like that. But they have a scholarship program. It's 2 different levels. It's U14, and that's the team that I'm helping out with. I'm going to be coaching the defensive line for the U14 team. Full disclosure, my youngest son will be playing on that team, and then my older son will be playing on the varsity team, which is the older kids. I don't exactly know. I think it's more the high school kids, the high school group. And Armando Sewell will be the defensive line coach for that team, while I'm coaching the U14 team. So, it gives me a chance to work with some kids from around the city, around the province for that matter. Coincidentally enough, there's a couple of kids on the U14 team that I'm going to be coaching that I coached their dad in university. Yeah. So that's making me feel really good about myself. About where I am in my life.
Who is that? Because I probably would have played with him.
Dwayne Kumpala.
Oh,
he was a defensive tackle. Kumpala. Yeah, I can't pronounce his last name. Sorry, Dwayne. My bad. But his son and daughter are both playing on the team. So that's going to be a real big thrill for me to, and that's what it's all about, right? Like, football is family. I always like to say that when I'm posting on social media, that you get to watch these people grow up and turn into great people. And that's one of the good things about football, is it teaches you how to deal with adversity under very controlled setting. So this is really exciting. The other thing is that my dad played at Clark Park. So this is a generational thing for me to be able to be out on the field with my 2 boys. And, it only comes around once in a while, opportunities like this. And when they asked, I didn't have to think about it. Doesn't matter how I feel about it physically. I'm getting older. I'm having a hard time walking around, but it's not every day you get to coach your kids and get to be in an environment where, there was some history there. I'm really looking forward to it. It's really awesome to be kind of back and part of the green and gold and trying to help get this thing back on their feet with the program. I think it starts at the grassroots in the city. You know, you got to get the younger generation. They've kind of lost touch with a lot of the kids and the younger generation in terms of like high school and college. And I think that this is a great way to kind of reach out and extend an olive branch and give some stuff back. And I think that, you know, the other part of that too, the component is the getting out into the community and doing this day in school stuff, reading week. And, you know, those are the things that the franchise was really well known for. And I think that it's not that they don't do it. I just don't think that they were able to kind of keep that momentum going. And, you know, we used to do the reading week and we'd give out vouchers for parents would have to pay for it, but the kids get in free, and they kind of moved away from that. I'm not really sure why that is, and that was one of the reasons why we always had such a big crowd on Labor Day rematch. So this is kind of part of that, you know, it's sort of an initiative to engage with the younger generation, and keeps me young in the process, and I get to hang out with my kids, so it's a win-win for me.
Well, Jed, love the passion that you have for that. It sparked a question in my mind. How are kids, you know, in their teens like that, instructed differently? Like, I'm just wondering if there's an area or two where football is coached really differently. Like, I just know what I hear. Like, they tackle different. Certainly, kicking has changed quite a bit. Like, is there something that you would have been taught, or that 20 years ago would have been taught as like a fundamental, and now it's like, no, don't do that. This is now the fundamental way.
Oh, Reid, like there's so many things that they do differently now, from the way they tackle to where you can tackle people in terms of technically, like there's YouTube now, right? Like you can go on YouTube and learn how to pass rush in an afternoon, you know, like you just watch these videos, and it's an awesome resource. I was talking to Chris Morris's son Tyler about that at the last practice last weekend. We had a last chance tryout camp, and I'm learning as much as the kids are, right? Like, as I've been, you know, sort of raising my family for the last 10 years, you know, the last time I coached was with the U of A back in, 2006, 7, and 8. And then when we started having kids there, I kind of stepped away, and then I got back into the youth program with the Shore Park Rams and now with the Salisbury Sabres. But football's football, right? And it has changed so much, from the equipment to the way that you approach, and kids are curious now. They want to know why you want to do the things the way you do it, and they're used to being shown how to do these things, and so you really have to be a little bit more intentional in terms of like how you impart the information. It's not about like do as I say, not as I do type of thing. You've got to actually have the ability to interact with these kids on a meaningful level, and that's the other part that keeps me young. You know, I've got to teach an old dog new tricks sometimes, and that's why I ask as many questions as I can. And Armando's been wonderful because he's very knowledgeable and as technically good as anybody I've ever been around. So I'm enjoying it. I get to learn, and then I get to spend some time with my kids. And again, it's a win-win for me.
That's awesome. Jed Roberts joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. We got to talk some Oilers with you. Last 3 games, 4-0 win, 1-0 loss, in which I actually didn't think they played that bad, and then they just creamed Seattle last night. I know most of the Esks teams you played on were pretty good, so you wouldn't have had like necessarily a bad chunk of the season, but is there, even if it's not perfect, does it help to kick the crap out of a team? Just for the morale, you know?
Yeah. And you know what? It used to kind of happen a lot more often, I think, early in my career. You know, we would beat the tar out of a team, and then we would play them again, and then they would beat us really bad. And so it didn't really make a whole lot of sense in that regard. It got a little bit harder to do that as I progressed into my career. Like in my 10th and 11th year, I didn't see that happen as much, but it just seemed to be kind of the norm for teams to sort of win one, and then the other team would win the other, and it would be super decisive. So you couldn't really make heads or tails of it, and you couldn't really pin on anything like why that was, right? And I think a lot of that has to do now with there's so much access to technology, and you can see things from so many different angles. it's really hard to surprise a team. And so teams are really generally, I think, better prepared nowadays because of that, because of the technology and the film and the way people teach. But I miss sometimes I miss the old days where you just could beat the crap out of somebody. You just don't see it happen very often. Yeah. And so it was nice to see the Oilers be the hammer instead of the nail there. So it was fun to watch them scoring goals. And when Connor scores a hat trick, that's always a good night. So.
Yeah. Is there an equivalent? Is there a football equivalent to what he said? Okay, fine. I'm just going to shoot. Like, I don't know if is there a football equivalent to that, or is it too complex?
No, you got to hit everything that moves, and offensive line, that's why, like, a lot of people try to make it complicated. If you can run the ball in football, you can do everything else, and because the reason is that if you can run the ball, it sets up play action, which makes the defense crowd the box, and then it opens up the game for, the deep passing and stuff. So if you can control the line of scrimmage and hit, and that's the thing, is that sometimes it's hard to do that because that involves a bit of a commitment and an investment in if you look at the Oilers, like I was actually taking a look at their hits leaders. Todd Colson's by far and away their leader. He's got 82 hits, right? And then you got Frederick right behind him, which kind of surprised me because he comes under a lot of criticism for not being the physical guy that I think they thought they were going to get. But he's physical in a way that people don't really see. He does put the body on people, but he's neither an instigator nor a retaliator. So you're usually one or the other or both, right? And the great pests like Marchand and Florida and even Corey Perry, those guys are instigators, right? Yeah. And they make people people take notice when they're on the ice. And Frederick's just kind of a guy that wants to go out there and do his job and not draw too much attention to himself. And he'll put the body on people, but he's not a guy that's going to go in there and get under people's skin or he's not going to be the guy that will take liberties with guys that are taking liberties with his guys. He's going to wait for the coach to tell him to do that, or maybe read something in the paper and be like, well, I guess it's time for me to do my job now, and then swing over the boards, right? So I think that's kind of what they're lacking right now. And I think that, when you look at the hit stats, it's a little surprising to see Mangiapane there down in 23 hits. I thought that, and then getting Hyman back was also really, really good because he's usually right up there at the top, and I suspect he'll creep up there as the games go by. And I think I agree with you, Reid. when you have a game like that where you beat a team 9-4, or anytime you score 9 goals, it's a great night. So they don't come around very often, so you got to enjoy it. But tomorrow, I suspect I'll be at that game. I'm going to check it out there. Winnipeg, they play really good defensively, and they take the body, and they make you pay. They're a little bit similar to who was the game they played the other night where they were 1-0?
Mini,
those guys.
Though the Jets aren't playing as well as Mini is, but I know what you're saying.
No, they play a similar style, right? They make you. They put the sticks. They're making sure that they make contact with you, and they try to force turnovers. And you could, I don't think it's realistic to expect them to score 9 goals on Winnipeg, because Winnipeg doesn't play that style, right? So, but crazier things have happened. I think it's nice to see Connor kind of putting the puck on the net. I think sometimes he tries to get everybody involved, and then sometimes that comes at the expense of his own, ability to put the puck in the net, because he can do it, And I think sometimes that's what you got to do when you're a leader. You got to just pull everybody kicking and screaming, and it was tough to watch Draisaitl have that really bad turnover there. Midway through the game, but you could see him kind of talking to himself like, I just got to get rid of I got to put it on the boards there, right? So you just got to get it out of the middle of the ice there. But they seem to be working through some of their stuff. If you look at their goals against, they're right down there at the bottom of the league, right? So if they can clean that up, they're scoring goals. It's not that they can't keep up with the other team. It's just they've got to lock it down defensively. And people try to overcomplicate it, and it's really about just being physical and hitting people and making them earn everything they get. So hopefully they can keep that mentality that they had last night and take it on in here, because after Christmas, things get pretty interesting.
Jed, well said as usual. We love having you. Hope you're staying warm, and the walk is. You got sons, right? They can shovel and de-ice. Yeah, so you're fine.
I'm gonna shovel. Let's be honest, Reid. I gotta stay in shape.
All right. Hey, hope to see you soon, buddy. Thanks for hopping on. We'll talk to you later.
All right, take care.
Jed Roberts, regular contributor here on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. Yeah, loved how he puts it. Like Jed's interesting, right? Because he's played pro.
Yep.
He's coached a bunch of different levels, and he still has that fan in him, right? So when he talks about the Oilers, and the Elks, he's sort of combining all three, right? I love the way he can kind of break it down. But we say it all the time, like simplify.
Yes.
And
there's a simplify in football.
Yes.
Right? Hit everything that moves.
Yeah.
Move the line.
Right. Because a mentality is important. Of course, talent is important, but most guys in the NHL, clearly there's the McDavids and McKinnons and McCarrs that separate. Like some players just can't do what they do.
Yeah.
A bunch of other guys are kind of in a pretty narrow band of talent. So sometimes it is who's not going to make a mistake, who's going to be willing to take a hit. Who's going to give it? Who's going to agitate? And he made a great point about Frederick. Like his hit total is up there, but they're not like noticeable hits.
No,
right? Whereas Corey Perry would hit a guy and then give him a face wash and then call him a poo-poo head, and then all of a sudden he's got that guy out of control, right?
It's like Clattenburg.
Yeah,
when he hits you or when he hits someone, you see it, you notice it,
right?
But yeah, that's very unique insight from Jed Roberts, as always.
We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Pizza Sunday is back at the Canadian Brewhouse. After 4 p.m., grab an 8-inch 2-topping pizza for just $9.99. Wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards. We got buying or selling. We got name the animal, and we got the words of the day still to go. This is incredible. Here's Coop.
Groups are set for next year's World Cup. Canada will face Qatar, Switzerland, and the winner between Italy, Northern Ireland, Wales, and Bosnia for the UEFA Playoff Group A. Canada plays its first match June 12th against the winner of that group. And there's 5 NHL games tonight, 2 of which are live midway through the first. Kyle Connor getting on the board for the Jets. That's his 4th goal in 4 games. He's on the board for Winnipeg over the Sabres 1-0, and the Devils and Golden Knights are locked at 0s. After that, we see the Sharks dance with the Stars, and the Capitals take on the Ducks. Back in Edmonton, the Oil Kings hit the ice, hosting the Rebels at 7. Edmonton welcomes in Prince Albert Sunday for their Teddy Bear Toss. Across the city, it's the Pandas clashing with the Griffins, while the Golden Bears visit McEwen. And from the 6th, the Raptors wrap up their back-to-back, taking on the Hornets at 5:30. Jakob Poeltl is back for Toronto. He missed yesterday's game against the Lakers, managing a back ailment. And LA is back in action today. LeBron James will sit out this one, battling some sciatica and arthritis issues. Right now in the action. Over in the NBA, there's a couple of games live. The Lakers are trailing the Celtics 28-15. 3 minutes left to go in the first, and 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. The Magic are up 20-18 over the Heat. The Reid Wilkins Show rolls on with buying or selling next. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Skip the couch and hit the Canadian Brewhouse. Your home for every puck drop, every goal, and every cheer. With ice-cold drinks, massive screens, and the best fans in town. This hockey season, our house is your arena.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
All right, if you have not done so, maybe you've forgotten, maybe you're just popping in, give us the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube.
Click, click, click. Must you click?
We are
Please,
over
please
100.
click.
See how high
Must
we can
you
go.
Click? You must click.
If you've already given us a thumbs up, click the share button, send the show link off to somebody else. In the final half hour, we're going to name the animal. We're going to do words of the day. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. It's time to turn up the fun with the all-new Play Alberta app, your digital destination for casino, live dealers, lottery, instance, and, of course, sports betting. Jay's Play of the Day is up, so it's 4 games on Sunday for the NFL. A big parlay.
Yeah, it's a 4-leg
And you've
parlay.
taken, 3 home teams and an away team?
Correct. So we've got the Seattle Seahawks, Baltimore Ravens, Los Angeles Rams, and Kansas City Chiefs. That has been boosted to plus 300.
All right, is that the Sunday nighter, Texans at Chiefs?
Yes.
Seahawks play Sunday at 11 a.m. Oh, Norm and a combine in the nasty chat. Norm, good to see you. Give us a thumbs up.
Norm!
Norm's a good guy. Norm has been listening to me for a while.
He has.
He used to listen to Inside Sports and write in sometimes. I used to enjoy that. I always pictured him as driving his combine and then taking his hands off the wheel quickly to send a text and then getting his hands back on the combine wheel. He's awesome.
Good guy.
Yeah, they got a whole combine crew. Did you know that? It's like a superhero team. You don't agree?
I'm aware. I named them the combine crew.
Oh, you gave them that name?
I did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's a J. Milne original.
You can text us 780-218-9999. That is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant. So there's an $18.99 prime rib special. It's available 7 days a week, except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 p.m. That's available for dine-in and for takeout. 780-218-9999. We got a lot of fun text today. We wound up with 2 off-topic topics for William Huff, and we had one that we were originally going to use that was a good idea that we'll now save because we wound up with one soccer related. What would you name the group of death instead of calling it the group of death? Mm-hmm. And then we went with what other sports, and then that evolved into what other things have different names in different parts of the world. Soccer, football, boot trunk. I think that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Hey, Coop, we're going to throw you in the boot.
Would you know what that means?
If I said I'm going to throw you in my boot.
Nah, prior to 10 seconds ago, I would have not known that.
Interesting.
No. Yeah. I thought, didn't somebody live in a shoe? Well, wasn't there...
there was an old woman who lived in a shoe.
Yeah.
She swallowed a fly and didn't know what to do. No, that's not right.
No,
maybe.
Not
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Are you looking it up?
I would have thought that. I would have thought you would have thrown me in a massive boot, like a Timberland boot or a rubber boot.
Right.
Das Boot.
Yeah, it's an old rhyme. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe.
Right.
Yeah, I would have been the Coop in the shoe.
How does the whole...
There was
Wouldn't
an
know
old
what to do.
woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do.
That's it.
She gave them some broth without any bread, then whipped them all soundly and put them to bed.
Oh, wow.
Huh. So this woman, not only did she live in an old shoe, she was an abusive woman.
Yeah, some of the old nursery rhymes are not that pleasant when you think about them. Yeah. We're not going to be sharing that one again. A little bit of thematic problems there. I don't think she's the hero of that story.
The earliest printed version in Joseph Ritson's Grammar Girton's Garland in 1784 had a coarser last line, which was she whipped all their bums and sent them to bed.
Oh, wow.
She's an angry old woman.
Well, a lot of those, I don't know if that's a grim thing, but a lot of the grim fairy tales are like, well, grim.
Can I just say something, though? Like, I think the first sign of being a different cat is that you live in a shoe.
Living in a shoe is problematic in itself.
You wouldn't want to put that on a dating app. Hey, guys.
Come to my shoe for dinner.
Have you checked out my shoe?
I'm cooking sole tonight. Yeah, we should do that.
I'm single. I live in a shoe, and I have 5 kids. But don't worry, I beat them.
Yeah, don't worry. They go to bed with sore asses. Okay, I'm gonna. I don't even know which way you swipe.
Right
is to delete.
Right is the right way to go, and left is.
So if I go this way, I want to go on a date with the shoe woman.
Yeah.
To my left, I don't.
Are we talking about like?
Why are you saying I would swipe right on her, Coop?
No, you would swipe right if it was the right match.
Maybe you like older women with older single ladies that live in shoes.
I'm interested in architecture.
Well, just because it's an old shoe doesn't mean it's not. It could be a collector's. Could be a thrifted shoe.
One time, a friend of ours was over at our kid's birthday party, and she was single and dating or whatever, and she showed me this app where you can do the swiping thing.
I think there are several of them.
I didn't know. But so I thought I was just browsing through the.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You're looking through. You're trying to.
Here I'm deleting all these prospects.
Oh no!
Off of her list that were like matches for her, and I was just because I'd never seen one. I never.
You're just like, oh, who are these dudes?
I'm like, so this is what you do, and she's like, no.
Would have been alarming if you knew what to do.
She's like, no, that guy just proposed.
Yeah.
Now I can't text him back.
So she might be married happily right now, but she's still single.
You ruined it.
Probably because of me.
You ruined everything.
I would blame me.
Here's an off-topic idea for the future. Maybe this would be a good summer one. Have people write dating app profiles for fairy tale characters, or for like children's characters.
Well, okay,
like,
then we have to put parameters.
So I live in a forest. My best friend's a little pig, and I like honey. Who's that?
I only wear red.
The Goldilocks.
He only wears red
and no pants.
Yeah, well, that would be a red flag. Yeah, that would not be a good one.
What about Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk?
I like climbing things.
Yeah, I'm very curious. I don't listen to my mother. Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, she slept on like 20 mattresses so she could feel the pee. Yeah,
That's a load of crap.
Nah, come on.
Like, put a pee under your bed tonight. You ain't feeling.
No, I ain't feeling that.
Like, come on. What are we talking about?
I don't want to have any pee.
It's like how do people believe these?
Yeah,
it is pretty sad.
Children are just all misled.
How stupid are children these days? Time for Buying or Selling, presented by Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, or the Instagram handle is Damon Bunting Real Estate.
Buying or selling, Reid? You will watch one or more FIFA World Cup games that do not concern Canada.
1,000% buying.
Okay.
1,000% buying, because I'm going to watch the final.
You're going to have to watch the final.
You know, and certainly if we're at work, there's going to be games on. So you'll be following that. There's going to be some good matchups. Look, I'm not soccer would be lower down for me on my list of favorite sports, but it's the World Cup. Yep. Canada's one of the host nations. We're in it. And the one thing I have found about watching soccer, it's not a 3 hour and 15 commitment like the NFL. It's not even like a 2 hour and 40 commitment like the NHL. It's a couple hours. They play 45 minutes. It's straight time, even if there's 5 minutes of injury time. So you go 50 minutes, you got a halftime. That's, I think, 15 minutes. I mean, it's over in 2 hours. Like, I remember the year I was working in Lloyd, the year it was in, who co-hosted it? Korea and Japan. Sometimes I would work until 11:30, and there were matches that started at midnight Mountain Time. Yeah, and I would watch them, and I'd still be in bed by 2. And if I was working late, so that didn't really throw off my schedule too much.
That's one thing, Reid. And even if it's the Olympics, if it's the World Cup, if it's in a different time zone, that really makes it hard for viewership.
Sure.
Right? So this one being in North America, it's probably going to get a ton more viewership here than, say, Qatar would have.
Sure.
Correct?
Yeah.
Buying or selling, I don't know how to say this in a buying or sell. Okay, well, I'll put it this way. You actively delete apps on your phone that you don't use.
Selling, I don't do that. I should do that.
I did it last night.
How refreshing was it?
It was so annoying, but so satisfying.
Yeah.
Because I have an iPhone, so when I delete the app, now that you swipe the screens across,
okay,
half that screen's now
they're
empty.
all empty, right?
So I don't know if I got to restart my.
You got to
phone, if I
reorganize.
got to manually move.
Yeah,
all
you got to
those.
move them around.
Yeah.
Screw that. Who
Just
wants
leave
to do
them.
that?
I wonder how many.
You probably saved a lot of
deleted
space.
so many apps. I'm like, why do I have a McDonald's app? I don't even think I've ever used it.
Yeah, but they have all your information probably.
What is this?
Not anymore, Coop.
Not
I deleted
anymore.
It.
Well,
it sucks your information back.
Why do I
Does
even
it?
know this?
It must.
Uh,
I could probably still delete half the apps.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know what else I did? I put all the apps that I'm regularly using, like Play Alberta, on the first page.
Yeah, I did that a while ago.
Put them in a folder.
Remove
Even
that.
better.
I have some pages like this where it's like half.
I have this one little logo. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, there's apps
on it,
that I
click on it,
downloaded
click on it.
3 years ago that
I think it was
don't
just
even know
the
what it is.
Google search thing somehow
Yeah.
got shortcutted.
Have you done that with your photos though? Like, have you done a deep dive into pictures? If you have duplicates or screenshots that you won't use it?
Well, yeah,
Oh, that's freeing.
I have
yeah.
thousands of
I have
photos.
thousands.
save so much
I'm
space on
starting to
there.
get warnings that I have too many things stored. But
I got some cloud space.
see, like I probably don't need this
on the
picture
cloud.
of the big cursor that I now use that I sent to somebody. Let's
You
delete
probably
that.
don't.
Let's
you
delete
could
that.
go through. Maybe it should be a
Do
weekly
I need this
thing.
little video of my coffee machine working?
Oh, it's satisfying. Nice
That's
mug.
pretty satisfying though.
That is a nice mug.
Sometimes
buddy.
you look back and you're like, well, I didn't know I had that on my
Okay,
phone.
there's my Christmas tree, Jay.
Oh,
it.
Christmas
That's
tree
it in
oh,
all its
Christmas
glory.
tree. That's beautiful.
That is it in all its glory.
Christmas with Wilkie.
Now do you understand why it takes me 40 seconds to set up?
The one ornament that I can zoom in and see, it's what is that called? Cross stitch or
Crochet.
Oh yeah, my friend made me that.
cross stitch? I think. Santa Jaws.
Yeah, it's
a picture of
it's a
Jaws
shark.
with a toque
What else can you see
that's
here?
or a beanie.
No Die Hard ornament.
No, McLean.
McLean.
There's Luke with Yoda on his back. I think you can kind of see that.
Oh yeah, good for you. Nice, Reid.
Matthew Hyman says, "Is Reid on Discord yet?" What? I am not. What is Discord?
So
It's like a message board.
Yeah, it's basically a message board.
It's like
you can
EST
join different groups
at all hours.
There's an
Yeah.
EST Discord.
EST After
Oh, it's
Hours,
huge.
I believe.
Oh,
it's
someone
called.
send me Matt Hyman. Email me the link.
Yeah, they have
But then
the
do I have to
Gen
go?
Gen.
Then I'm expected to go on there all the time and chat with people.
No,
You just join,
I
you're
was
just
very
there.
active in it early. I apologize to those people. I'll try to check in a little bit more often, but this is it, Reid.
It's
it's on your phone.
Yeah, it's big in the video game world. Reid.
So for EST,
Gamers use it.
The board gamers use it.
there's
They must.
introductions, the chat, the DGen Den,
Oh wow.
local events. I got beef confessions.
All the
So the
popular
DGen
segments.
Den is pretty fun. Big Maple, Duck Dad, Spency 5 Centsy, Big Uke, Jamming, Sobe Kirk. You know, they're all on there. Matt Hyman. They're all on there making bets or putting together
It's
parlays.
mainly for gambling.
Well, the DGen Den is.
Okay.
Then there's a chat. You can talk about anything in the chat.
So it's more organized. So you're not trying to look
But I
through
talk about
everything
anything with
and-
people for 3 hours every day. Do I need to do it there
You
as
do.
well?
Big Uke says Jay is abandoned the den. Yeah, I came in there like hot like a comet, but I've since slowed down.
He's coming hot. Okay.
It's you know what it is like. It's hard when you get home and kids.
I've exhausted
life.
you all day.
Yeah.
You're like, God, Wilkins. Yes, I know he has one arm, Reid. That's a great story. I heard it yesterday. We better break because we're going to do Fired Up. That's going to be Name the Animal. And then we got to do Words of the Day. And then we're going home.
The groups are set for next year's World Cup. Canada will take on Qatar, Switzerland, and the winner of the UEFA playoff Group A next year. That includes Italy, Northern Ireland, Wales, and Bosnia. Canada's first match is June 12th against the winner of that group. Tonight in the NHL, 5 games on the docket. It's tied at 1 apiece between the Sabres and the Jets. Jason Zucker on the board. Power play goal, his 9th of the season. 2 minutes left to go in that frame and about a minute left in the opening period. It's scoreless between the Golden Knights and Devils. And the Oil Kings, they hit the ice at 7 against the Rebels, with Edmonton welcoming in Prince Albert Sunday for their teddy bear toss across the city. The Pandas clash with the Griffins while the Golden Bears visit McEwen. And from the 6, the Raptors wrap up their back-to-back, taking on the Hornets. Right now in the first quarter, it's 2-2 early in the contest with tons of action underway. The Lakers are down 49-21 against the Celtics. 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Fired up, name the animal. And the words of the day bring us back on the other side of the break. Comes Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Firehouse Subs. Our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Step closer to the hollow, the devil may care.
All right, I got the Discord link
Would you mind if I
from Matt Hyman. I'll try to join it on the weekend. I may forget. I'm not going to lie to everybody. All right, let's go into the week on a high. Fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. We are going to do our world-famous segment for entertainment and information purposes, educational purposes. It is Name the Animal. So Coob's going to play an animal noise, and Jay and I will try to figure out what animal it is. Don't have a ton of time today. Oh, we got about 4 minutes. We still got to do the theme.
Or maybe a hawk.
Because apparently you guys like to sing along to it.
Name the animal. Name the animal.
All right.
Always a banger. Okay. Gonna get right into it. Here is your Name the Animal.
That sounds like Tom Gazzola snoring. Is that okay?
Play it again.
Okay.
Is it I'm going to guess one right off the top.
Sure.
Is it a dragonfly?
It is not a dragonfly.
Oh, good one.
Okay. Is it an insect?
It is not an insect.
Well, I'm done, Jay. Good luck. You're on
See
your
you,
own,
everybody.
You're on your own, boy.
I think I hear him coming now.
Is it a rattlesnake?
Yes!
Oh! Yeah.
U of A. U of A. U of A.
Go, Picks, go!
Well, we did pretty good. Finishing up the free-throw. That's you know what? I'm impressed.
That was
That's what I immediately thought.
Do you
I thought,
understand why I said dragonfly, or is that a complete failure of a guess?
Have you heard a dragonfly really
to
close?
me, that's
I like that guess.
We'd have big ones sometimes back by Evansburg. But you thought rattlesnake even sooner?
Right away.
Oh, wow.
I thought that's what you were going to get.
You should have denied me my guess.
Those big floppy wings of theirs.
The rattlesnakes?
Dragonfly.
Oh, yeah.
That would be amazing.
I remember doing Name the Animal with Jason Milne. Even after a correct guess, he was sometimes befuddled as to the exact nature of the animal's appearance.
That took quicker than I thought it would. Befuddled's a great word.
Oh, I got to get a new
Who
word.
came
of
up
the
with
day.
a dog with a cape? When did that arrive? I watched Superman for years on television. I never saw a dog
What
with
were
a
you
cape.
talking about today? Why were we when we went for lunch?
Oh, do you want to get into
with
that?
the World Cup draw?
No, it was who came up with an automatic tip?
Oh yeah.
Why do I gotta automatically tip when you just gave me a bowl of soup?
When I was a kid, I tipped you 10%.
When I was a kid, I didn't tip you.
Who was coming up with an 18% tip?
In the United Kingdom, it's not even a thing. Who came up with a tip?
In Great Britain.
These tips are getting out of control. I got a bowl of soup, for God's sake. And here, you're asking me to tip you 20%?
All right. It's time for the words of the day for Edmonton Public Library. Speaking of soup, you can make your own. Thanks to their Cooking for a Cause program that allows private groups of up to 36 people to have an interactive cooking experience with a chef in the kitchen at the Stanley A. Milner Library. Go to epl.ca, look for Cooking for a Cause to get more information or to book your party. This is a great team building event or good for a family gathering as well. All right.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
All right. I've had a decent week, I think. Yeah. I haven't had a 0.
No.
I think I've been over 2 every day maybe this week.
Okay, first word of the day, parsimony.
Well,
parsimony.
I think I know how to spell this. No,
Parsimony.
I don't want to get any hints there. Parsimony. And I know I've seen parsimonious as a word. Is this... Can I take a guess before I get the definition?
Sure.
Is this sort of having a cold or uncomfortable relationship with somebody?
His parsimony meant he never bought new clothes.
Oh, is this someone who doesn't spend a lot of money, is thrifty?
1.5 out of 2, not bad.
Yeah,
Little Wilkie.
I didn't know the definition at all, clearly.
Little Wilkie's okay. Second word of the day, inoculate. Inoculate.
Crap, hang on. Oh, man. I think I gotta go with my second one because the first one doesn't look right. I can't believe you guys are doing the turtle noise yourself.
And he loves it.
It's my favorite.
He gets right into it.
Well, I'm not saying I don't like it. I just didn't expect you guys would be imitating the turtle as part of your life goal. Inoculate. And is this a vaccination? Thank you, everybody. Please shower me with your praise.
3.5
out of 4. What a great way to go into the weekend.
Right, praiseworthy comments for me. I should be presented with a trophy for spelling. The FIFA trophy for peaceful spelling.
Here is your trophy.
What did I get?
Pokemon card.
That's a Pokemon card. This is Snover. He has 90 hit points. He has a beat of 10 and an icy snow of 30. He's kind of cute. Matthew Hyman says, I praise you, Reid. Baptized Big Uke says, what a week for Wilkie. I had a pretty good week. Did you think I would know how to spell those words?
I was surprised it took you that long with inoculate.
I originally wrote it down with 2 N's, and then I thought, wait a minute, that doesn't look right.
Welcome to the old in at inoculate.
But there's no time limit. unless I'm really dragging on.
Reid, we could stay here till 9
We really could. Like the show, Wannick's like, okay, you guys got to wrap up by 6 o'clock.
That's
really
just live stream us napping.
Yeah. I don't see any governing body in charge of this station.
Yeah, this isn't the FIFA or FIFA, as he says.
All right. Really appreciate everybody tuning in. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., Hello Hockey with Tom Gazzola and Sean Bell. That goes 10 a.m. to noon here on EST. And then Tom's back at work at 7 p.m. for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, leading you into the Oilers and the Jets at 8. I'll be going to that game, and I'll make an appearance on the postgame show with Tom for Reid's Reads for Ewell. Forget about paper airplanes. Jay's just balling up paper and firing it at the Cougs' head. On behalf of Zach Kubish and Jay Bell, I'm Reid. Have a great weekend.